very thin,
Oh, fuck.
scraggly figure. So yeah, you got to know them a little bit, or at least the ghosts in their head. How that's some weird stuff going on. They have a lot of problems
They
with
stared
that.
at a skull for a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the skull.
As you do.
And
Like
so-
looked into his mind and got all of it. Or
Mhm.
part of
Their
it.
mind, by the way.
There, yeah,
Never
there.
mind. Yeah, they also went about he they important. And
Dude,
so
what?
One of
Great
those,
question.
One of those he days.
yeah,
God damn it.
that would be
I'm
that
in
that
their
would
fucking
be their pronouns. Indeed,
I'm not asking what they are. I'm asking what they are.
that is a great question. They are this very thin humanoid, very like unhealthily like a walking corpse.
Yo, now
You know?
if you're gonna be
Literally.
rolling dice, please mute.
They were
Because I
Okay.
can hear an avalanche.
so they were already very pale coming out of that coffin. Helped lead everyone else to a cabin in the woods, very horror movie chic. Went to that cabin in the woods where there were some skeleton horses outside that weren't always skeleton horses. And so it was, yeah, they were in some part of this husk's memory. And it looks as though bad things had happened to them. Same with the husk. Went inside that cabin in the woods, found a couple of things, took a while in there, got changed, came out, and now they look like this beautiful, beautiful portrait that Alex shared with us in Curse of Strahd.
Yeah, beautiful.
Over here. Absolutely
so
beautiful portrait.
Pretty.
So yeah, they painted their face like actual like stark kind of white on top of that.
You were
Right,
already
we're forgetting. We
You're a
fought.
fucking clown. I remember now.
Yeah, they had this like
Jester.
jester kind of uniform going on, some very
I see.
rotten supplies in some pack, as well as two very important things: a humanoid skull without a jaw, just there, as well as a very
At least they're at a lot.
immaculate ornate saber with the etched name Marvolio. in it.
Marvolio.
Marvolio. And so those came up some questions that they asked, and the spirits did not entirely answer, and they're still trying to understand who they are, what they are, why they're there, and why there's a bunch of ghosts in their head that beg for peace. Also, we fought other undead on the way to the cabin in the woods. It was pretty wild. They
We're
didn't have
going
any
to
gear
get
on them.
along so well.
They didn't get along so well. Serious. The only thing they had on them were some mysteriously, who knows where they came from, teeth that were just in their pocket. And those teeth
Pocket
were helpful as a spellcasting focus. In the fight that came when we fought like a banshee that knocked our paladin to 0 HP immediately. It was wild. Very fun time, very
Look.
spooky time.
She's alive. So we're
Also,
fine.
yeah,
For
also the
now.
husk spellcasting is very cursed. Just very disturbing.
First energy.
Yeah. But they're they're friend shaped.
The friend shaped.
And
So
then we made it to Valaki thanks to skeleton horses.
Where they have a bunch of rules, like don't call Strahd by his name, just call him the devil. Please know this, Hikati. And we have to prepare and attend the festival of the Blazing Sun this week, or else we will be, is it imprisoned or killed? Or run out of town?
Neither.
Yeah.
Depends on how much they like
never
you.
mind. Okay.
They're
Just
not
we are
that.
required for the festival.
You're required to come, and then they didn't really say what the consequences of you not being there would be.
I will
They're
just
gonna have
assume
us for
it's
dinner.
Oh, okay.
They're
We're
either
just
gonna have
very
us for
fair.
dinner or have us for dinner.
That's fair.
Winky face.
Winky faces.
Wait, so we do have to like help them prepare it though, right?
No, it's
they,
optional to help them prepare. We have to attend though.
Yeah, you just gotta go.
Okay.
We're new.
It's in like 3 days though, so you guys.
Okay, I wrote prepare. I can just cross it out.
We also found out that this sword that they have, this saber, is actually magical, thanks to our wonderful wizard Valindra. Their ability of identifying.
Yeet.
We also
Magic
got
item,
we also
baby.
got a bunch of fun nicknames too. Tall girl, short sword.
With
I
the
forget
blue
mine.
one, the other blue one.
Yep.
I believe specifically the guard said, "What the fuck happened to you?" when he saw it.
Yeah. They're just, they're there. They have these dark streaks down their eyes. They're
It's just
having a
life.
time. think that pretty much catches us up, yeah.
Okay. So, there's a map for Valaki, which is very fun.
Ooh.
I love maps.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh man,
Fun.
you will love Curse of Strahd because it's just maps everywhere. Maps for days.
We
No.
came in from here.
You're
Nice.
yeah.
Nice cock.
We'll say that there's like a nice little, like, you know how when you go into a zoo they have like those maps folded up like in near the entrance.
Oh, great. This is a tourist town.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Let me get the descriptions.
Where be we?
I mean, currently you guys are just on the far like east edge of town. Even though it's like fairly late in the evening at this point, maybe like 8-9 p.m. It's like the streets are packed with people. Various occupants going into shops, stores, kind of like making their way through the city streets, which are wet and sleek under the rain. You notice a good amount of town guard standing, patrolling, a lot of them patrolling the like inner walls, many of them just kind of walking through the streets, keeping their eye on things. It seems like there is no curfew, but it is very much controlled under the supervision of the town police.
So I think we should find a church.
Maybe
Anyone
a
else want
place-
to weigh in on that?
Maybe a place to sleep.
Yes, but the original goal was to drop the kids off at the church.
That's
Their deal.
actually fair.
I'm not saying we shouldn't find a place to sleep. I'm saying, let's get rid of the
Then
kids
sleep.
first.
Let's get rid of these fucking assholes first.
We are not fit to be parents.
Valid.
Yeah.
So we drop
you-
them off
so-
at the
so- so
nearest
you all-
child depository.
The child depository. You go. So, are all of you going to the church with the kids, or are you splitting up the group?
Yes. Let's go to the
Yes.
church.
We'll all go to the church together. Because
Mm-hmm.
from experience, bad things happen at
Let's split
churches.
the party.
We have to vet all the priests first.
Yes, we have run into bad things happening at churches.
Right. This slouching, centuries-old stone church has a bulging steeple in the back and walls lined with cracked stainless glass windows, depicting pious saints. A fence of wrought iron encloses a garden of gravestones next to the church. A thin mist creeps among the graves.
Knock knock.
Do you say it or do you knock it?
I knock.
Alright. You don't, it's like unlocked. It's a church. You don't have to knock on the doors to enter.
I know, but it's nice to announce your presence.
I was about to say, we knock as we enter, you know?
Yeah.
So, okay, the doors open before you. Heavy stone kind of drag across the floor. It's late in the evening. You notice that the church is packed with several Valachian adults. A few of them have children and are seemingly frightened and in a perpetual state of anxiety. Just kind of sitting on nearby benches, beds. The church seems to have been transformed into a sort of safe haven bunker for the citizens. You notice a male human priest with a kind of like skinny altar boy running around helping him and helping out the various people sitting inside the church. The man father kind of walks around offering either prayers or some sort of advice against the creatures of the night. That you notice a lot of people are holding like holy symbols next to them, and he notices you all walk in and just kind of, oh, how may I assist you all?
Hello, Father.
He bows his head. Goes,
I
my name is
bow as
Father
well.
Petrovich. And you are?
Priestess Cassidy.
He nods, just kind of like waiting for the rest of you to say anything.
I am Valindra.
I'm Hecate de la Rosa.
I'm Vera.
My name's Rosetta.
I go by the name Husk. Hello.
He just kind of blinks, looking around the group. By the way, Valindra and Rosetta, are you both, do either of you have, like, cloaks over you, or are you just kind of standing normally?
We haven't gotten shit for being tieflings yet, so I'm just out.
Okay, yeah, so
Horns out.
he's gonna motion for the small, like, altar boy, just kind of, like, you catch him say something about a cloak to cover them up, and the little lad runs off and comes back carrying two of them, and the father gives one to you, Rosetta, and one to you, Valindra, and goes, I hope you don't mind, but Valaki does not have a great history with devils. I'm sure that you are both upstanding citizens, but the rest of the town might not think so.
Of course. And I just grabbed the cloak and put it on.
Yeah, I put it on too.
We recently stumbled upon some orphans' children, and we were hoping that we may be able to get them safe haven here.
Well,
As I gesture to the 5 kids following us.
right. Well, this is the Church of Saint Andral, but there is an orphanage, right nearby.
Oh, really? And I unfold the map. Okay, where is it?
It's like right next to the church.
Oh, okay.
It's
Nearby.
yeah, essentially.
All right. Thank you, Father. What was his name again? Alec.
Petrovich.
Petrovich.
Thank you, Father Petrovich.
Here, I'll type it out.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So I can put it in my notes?
Those notes you love
Wow.
writing.
Those fucking notes you've been writing, you whore.
Okay, I'll stop taking notes then.
No,
Okay.
you won't. No, you won't.
You want to test that theory?
Why
Yeah,
are you
sure.
challenging him?
Why not? It's only gonna hurt you guys.
How do you spell Velaki again? Oh, thank you. I think my OCD would never allow me to not take notes.
suppose
You're
we just
welcome,
go
Alec.
next door.
Yeah, yeah.
I suppose we go next door to the orphanage.
Yeah, we go next door to the orphanage.
In the pouring rain, you kind of like gather the children back up, and enter the nearby kind of like old decrepit looking building. It seems that people have been trying to take care of it in the past couple of years, but it's not doing too terribly well.
Hmm.
You knock on the door, it kind of like creaks as it opens, and an old, kind of like looking woman, maybe in her 50s, kind of like brown hair tied up in a tight bun with gray streaks, and she has developed kind of like fine wrinkles around her mouth from seemingly years of frowning. She holds a lantern in one hand and looks at all of you with a very disapproving glance. Okay.
Hello there.
Yes.
We recently stumbled upon some orphan children, and we're hoping to bring them here for safe haven.
You and every other person in this wretched town.
I could, of course, make a donation.
She raises an eyebrow. Oh?
Oh man. I hate playing a character that's too nice because I actually need to put forward like a decent amount of money. Opposed to Tobin.
How much? How much are you asking for?
I just like reach into my money bag and you see me counting out gold pieces while staring at her.
How much do you give her?
Remember, gold is a lot here.
I know. I will count out 25 gold pieces.
Okay.
Dear God.
She, like, you just kind of hand a little bag of change to her and she weighs it and cocks an eyebrow. Mysterious visitors bringing bags of gold and children to my doorstep. The angel tests me once more. I appreciate the donation, of course. It's just I don't know how much room we have. How many children did you say you have?
5.
5.
I count out another 10 gold.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
She takes it and then just kind of like opens the door a little further in. They may enter.
Alright, I'm gonna kneel down and just be like, okay, stay safe, stick together, look out for each other. I hope everything goes well. And I give them each a kiss on the forehead.
The kids are very unwilling to leave. Like, 3 of them just head into the orphanage, but there's 2 that remain that are just kind of like very nervous about a change of scenery this quickly, and after everything they've been through, they're just kind of almost like have grown attached to you or the group in general.
I'll visit while I'm in town. Does that work?
Do you promise?
I promise. How about I take all of you to the festival that's going on in 3 days?
Okay.
Okay. Pinky promise.
And the little kid gives you the pinky.
And after they leave, I stare at the group. I'm like, we are staying for the festival, alright?
Take care, Kevin. They like remember each of their individual names from back when they shared their names in the cart. It's just goodbye Kevin, goodbye Riley, goodbye. Just like each of whatever they said. Only remember Kevin.
Wait,
The way you said goodbye, Kevin.
That kid's gonna have nightmares about that conversation.
That kid is gonna. That was an omen of death.
I forgot to give their cards back. Before, like, the last one leave, I, like, shove my card deck
You
into their
shove the kid.
hands. No.
Just get the fuck in there, asshole.
No, I, like, shove my card deck into their hands. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I forgot. Have fun.
Okay. And they just scuttle off.
Damn.
The old woman just kind of like hangs in the doorway a little bit and goes, I know you promised those kids you would be staying until the festival, but in my opinion, it is not something you would want to witness. And she just kind of goes inside and locks the door.
Well, that can only mean good news.
Let's go find some place that we can stay for the night, and we'll see if we can find out what's going on with this festival.
What's the festival supposed to celebrate again?
We don't know.
Burgomaster.
We don't know yet.
Okay.
I bet there's a human sacrifice or something.
Yeah, that's what I got from that conversation.
The person at the gate mentioned the Burgomaster.
Burger master?
The Burgomaster. Yes.
Okay.
Apparently they're
The
leader.
Burger King.
What?
Hey!
Macarena. You hear Arena speak up and she goes, we could visit the Burgomaster's mansion. Technically, I'm a noble from Barovia, so he might be willing to speak to us, but there's also an inn on the map. We could just go there.
Yes, I said we visit the Burgomaster tomorrow. It's late and it's raining, and as much as I do well in water, that doesn't mean I like it.
Alright.
I did also give up my umbrella.
I hear you standing in the pouring rain.
You gave up.
I
your
have a
umbrella.
cloak though. It's
You were
all
nice
good.
to an old lady on the street.
I had to play my lawful good character in Curse of Strahd. God damn it, that was so much money I just spent on fucking children.
Yeah, the wizard could have used that.
The wizard really could have fucking used that.
Fuck you.
By the way, I'll say that Ismark and Arena put like blankets or tarps over your skeletal horses that you're just kind of
Yeah,
dragging
they're
through the
pretty.
streets.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the unfortunate bit. We don't have horses.
I've been
At least
dissociating
you don't have to
for
feed
the
these
past
things.
day and a half. When did we get skeleton horses?
They're at Husk's house.
Oh.
I suppose.
I may have regained my consciousness, like, right now. Hi!
I am done zoning out. How is everyone?
Yeah.
Hello. The others. I understand. I get very lost in my own mind. Well, not only.
Is that
my
just a
own.
being raised from the dead thing?
I don't know.
No, no, it's
Hikate
not
was
just
thinking.
from.
Hikate just spent the last 24 hours thinking back fondly to when she ate a werewolf's heart.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you also hear an array of voices, spirits that calls you? That I mean,
Only my constantly self-degradating, and then sometimes my father.
so there are less voices and more memories.
I guess you can say.
The conscience.
I don't know. Yes, I do have a conscience. I wish I didn't.
There's so much that is strange about this life I find myself living. I don't even know if I need rest, I suppose we'll try and have it.
Well, regardless, we're going to an inn, so...
Yes.
As the night goes on, it's the amount of people on the streets begins to thin out. Although it's still fairly bright out because there's like a street lamp on every corner. Most of the houses have their lights on, and you see like some people kind of staying out late, putting up various festival banners. You see a mother kind of like dragging a child with her. The child is complaining, talking about how she wants to go home. She's tired. The mother is like, no, we have more preparations to do. We'll go home like in an hour or so. Valendra, you do notice that the girl is dragging with her a doll with blue skin, yellow eyes, white hair, horns, very similar to yours. She just kind of is clutching it when they pass by you.
Just gonna compartmentalize that and move on. Well, I will deal with that fucking bucket of information when I actually get to sit down for a second.
Alright. You make your way over to the Blue Water Inn. Gray smoke issues from the chimney of this large two-story wooden building with a stone foundation and sagging tile roof, upon which several ravens have perched. A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall.
Oh, look at that. There's ravens. Is that a good sign?
It's a sign.
I suppose we'll enter. I think I have some old gold pieces on me.
I still have a good handful as well.
I'm good.
You go inside, shielding yourselves from the rain. Eh.
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 Huh?
Eh.
Eh. Hold on. Map.
Oh my goodness, map.
Map.
On the map, on the map,
Map,
on the
find
map.
the map, find the map. Yay!
Are other people seeing it, or is it just
It's small.
I'm not?
Zoom in.
Oh shit.
I don't trust how much of this map we don't see.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean,
wait.
it's just like, so like some maps are
Oh,
weird.
okay, there it is.
So, where's your token, Ricky?
I'm right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like outside area stuff.
Oh, okay.
Jokes
Yeah.
on you, there's an entire labyrinth underneath that we don't see.
Yeah, of course.
I don't like how big this map is.
I literally said there's just outside stuff.
Oh, okay.
So you can't show us, huh?
But there's still, okay.
Probably, I mean, it has, like, it's a multi-story inn.
Ah, okay.
So there's more floors.
Yeah. I don't see shit, but that's alright.
Oh, wait, you can't see?
It's all black. Black screen.
Something wrong with it being all black, huh?
Wow.
Wow.
So much for the tolerant left.
Wow.
Yeah, says the white guy to the Hispanic guy.
Is that better?
Oh, there we are.
Woo! Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Alright, yeah. The Blue Water Inn is packed. This seems to be Valaki's like main gathering place for locals, especially at night. And you see several people either like off their ass drunk. You see two like twin brothers drinking and laughing, talking loudly about how they've spent so much money like this week alone on like useless garbage. You see some sort of like traveling bard man sitting in a corner entertaining a couple of patrons with like wild hand gestures and perfectly timed like little cantrips which he uses to elicit laughter and shocked faces. Manning the bar is a kind of like plump, tanned woman with graying hair and a kind smile. She seems to know every single patron in the bar personally and takes some time to chat with them. And as you all enter, she kind of gives you a look and just smiles and says, "Welcome to the Blue Water Inn. My name is Danica. Just let me know if you need anything." And kind of goes back to her bartending.
Do you think there's a bath in here? I don't remember the last time I had.
Only one way to find out. Ask.
Oh, great. I just go up to the bar and wait for her to come over, I guess.
Alright, you're all sitting together.
Yeah.
She eventually gets to you, kind of like wipes her hands on her apron, goes, hello, you're not from around here. What can I get you?
How many rooms do we need?
Depends on the amount of beds per room.
Um, it depends. We have a room with 4 beds. We have one long room with 4 beds, and then we have two smaller ones with 2 beds each.
Hold on, player is counting.
I think
With
that
the
means we need all 3 rooms.
yeah, with the
Yeah.
NPCs, we need
Yeah,
all
8
rooms.
people in total.
I think we may need all
8
of
people and
them.
a bird.
Oh, well, great. We haven't had any passerbys in a while, except for Rictavia over there, and she points to the man who's like seems to be in the middle of a story. But he already has his room, so of course they're all available.
How much are they? Total?
Oh, total. All right, hold on, math.
You do the math this time.
Nothing short of 100 gold. That's inflation, baby.
Yes. Make
Yeah,
the
yeah.
artist do the math.
Total would be 12 silver.
Oh, I got
2
it.
gold.
You're already okay.
Yeah, I got it, everyone. Okay.
Layla's like, "Fuck you, I'm rich."
I put down. You said 12 silver.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got it. Don't worry.
Oh,
I put down 12 silver.
thank you. And can I get you started for any drinks, food?
Yes.
We do have baths in upper floors, but they are communal, of course.
Here.
Do you have any wine?
We do. We have Purple Grape Marsh, #3 wine. Those are a bottle is 3 copper, or a pint of the superior Red Dragon Crush wine for 1 silver.
I put down the silver coin.
I also put down the 3 silver for that bottle.
Okay.
So are you getting 3 bottles or?
No, it's like 3 silver for 1 bottle.
Oh,
I put down the 1 silver piece for the pint.
Okay.
I will also put down 1 silver piece for a pint.
Okay. All right. So Hecate, you taste the purple grape marsh wine, and it's very like velvety and rich and sweet. A red wine, a little dry as well. And it's not the best that you have personally tasted, but it's better than most of the things you've had in Barovia.
That is very true.
The Red Dragon Crush wine that Vera and Valindra take a pint of, it's a lot stronger and has a distinct like almost bitter taste, almost like a pepper. Like it's kind of spicy, and you remember seeing like similar types of wine from the Vistani.
It reminds me of home.
back when things were pretty cool. Those Vistani.
Us doesn't know that.
Yeah, I sure don't. Things have not been cool.
Half Note's just like briefly possessed him.
The
Right.
spirit of Half Note possesses him. Damn, I want to go back to those 3 women.
Danica also says we have hot beet soup, fresh bread, and a cooked werewolf steak.
Can I get the steak?
I will also get the steak.
The steak is 2 silver pieces each.
Slap down 2 silver.
I also slapped down 2 silver. I deserve it.
I will also slap down 2 silver
I
because
will
I heard
also
steak.
slap
Oh,
down
okay.
2 silver.
Slap, 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 slap.
It's like
I'll just get
shaking
this
up
bread.
the poker.
She serves you all dinner, and then just kind of like looking at you all, heads inside, and then brings out some fresh, kind of like warm, fluffy towels, as you have all been just standing in the pouring rain.
Husk doesn't order or eat or drink anything. They're just standing there with the group.
Oh, they haven't even sat down.
Husk, sit down. What are you doing?
And they look a bit distracted, but they like kind of come to back into reality.
Oh, there goes
Take a
gravity.
seat.
Stop.
Mm.
They take a seat.
I'll just have some of the fresh bread.
Right.
Never much better.
The fresh bread is free.
Oh, okay.
And she just kind of brings you over, like.
You're the one person at Olive Garden. I'll just have the breadsticks.
Stuffing breadsticks in purse.
Yes.
It's better than like shit you've had in the village of Barovia, and like the plain jerky that you've had to stomach on the way here. But it is a little dry.
Yeah. I'll break off some and give it to Husk.
Here, boy.
No,
Oh my god.
Good boy.
no, I'm fine without it. Thank you.
If you're sure.
So, Husk, I got to ask this question. Are you like a undead?
I'm not sure.
Are you a zombie?
They look at their hands. Bony. I'm sorry, I don't know. I feel as though I was alive once, but I don't know any of what that life was. And they're like clutching at their head. Every time I try to dig for that. It's sworn by the voices and lost to me. I asked before, and he sort of like looks at Rosetta and then also our wonderful grave cleric. It seems no one is sure exactly what I am.
Well,
Some
I can
kind of
tell you you're not fully undead.
I was about to say my paladin senses weren't meant to detect people shifting from being undead, so
shifting.
Hey, that's what happened with me. Yeah, we had very similar circumstances.
While they are having that conversation, I'm gonna go over to the corner of the bar after I'm done drinking and eating, uh, to the bard.
Okay.
Just joining that conversation slash fun time.
Okay, okay. Are the rest of you guys done with?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you like being?
Husk is eating.
Okay. Were you like being somewhat stealthy with your conversing, or were you just kind of talking out in the open?
I tried to keep mine stealthy.
Yeah, I was like talking under my breath.
Husk always speaks like they're out of breath. They don't breathe. It's raspy. I don't know. They're creepy.
You're like a person who's got everything sucked out of
Pretty
them.
much, yeah. They're incredibly thin, very pale. You know,
Like a
just
prune. You're like a raisin.
All
they
right.
are stick.
As you guys talk and Valendry gets up, you trip over a kid sitting underneath the stool legs of the bar stool, just kind of staring at you, and then just scrambles away and runs upstairs.
Oh, are you okay, dear? Oh, then they're gone.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
You make your way over to the bard. Uh, you see him as this sort of like colorfully dressed half elven man, looking rather young. Kind of just standing, has like one foot on the stool, the other on the floor, and he's just describing. Um, make a history check for me, actually.
Ooh, history.
Yeah.
Ooh,
oh
Good for
no,
you,
she's a
Valindra.
nerd.
Of course I'm a nerd. I'm a fucking wizard, you dick.
He's a nerd.
I'm a nerd. That's 19.
Not the
19.
mathletes.
Okay. This man is recounting a story from a very popular like monster hunting book called Van Richten's Guide to Monsters.
Oh my god.
Where he describes this kind of like horrible undead beast, like half werewolf, half zombie skeleton that like ravaged a small town, and Van Richten, all by himself, finally slayed the beast using wits and just the crossbow at his back and saved the village all by himself. The bard kind of goes into like gory details, has like because you remember reading these like Van Richten guide books, whatever, when you were younger, and they're very dry. They only really discuss like the specifics of the monster that he's talking about and like how to kill one. Meanwhile, this bard like added a love story. There's for some reason a scary witch that's also part. There's like a satanic cult underneath it all, and he's like just embellishing all the details and playing around with like.
Is he having fun with this at least?
Absolutely,
I want to add to his fun. I want to add to his fun. I want to yes and him.
All right.
I want to add like just
You come up. He's in the middle of talking about. Then Van Richten takes the saber out of the cultist hands. He vanquishes the mighty beast and says something to the account of. You come in at the moment. What do you say? What do you add to the story?
play as I walk up, and as he is about to as he does vanquish the beast and is going to make a witty retort, the sword glows an evil color.
The make a performance check with advantage.
With
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually pretty good on the start. That's
Adding
even better.
plot twist.
24.
24. The small crowd that's gathered oohs and ahs, and one of them asks, "What happened next? What happened next? What color was the sword? What was it? Was it speaking to him? I've heard that swords can speak to people." The bard kind of like glances at you curiously, eyebrow raised, and goes, "Yes, the sword did speak. In fact, it was this low, charred whisper. It planted ideas into Van Richten's mind, but of course, he, the grand hero that he is, would absolutely never succumb to such horrible magics. His mind too sharp. Remember that." And he kind of continues with his story, you adding in every once in a while with like a very specific like monster fact, or adding on some weird like magical stuff.
Specifically though,
Mm-hmm.
what I am doing the entire time is that even though I'm embellishing his story even more and making them ooh and ah more,
Mm-hmm.
to him, I am giving him the message of I know what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay.
You can't bullshit me.
Okay.
You're like, he's like going off about like the color of this monster, and you're like, no, it's not. That's not how.
These plot twists.
And as he's
They're
like
bullshitting, you're
telling,
adding more bullshit on top of it.
and as he's telling the story, and every so often I interject with my shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just playing a light tune in the background that matches the feel of the moment in the story.
What are you playing it on?
Half note salute.
Okay. Did you and you took like the proficiency thing, right?
Yes, I took skilled.
Okay. I'll say make a performance check with disadvantage because you did just pick it up
Yeah, that's fair.
like a day ago.
I just rolled a nat 20 on the first one. Damn it. Half note, please. Half note, please. Okay. You said performance?
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh.
Kind of like playing along this tune. You notice he doesn't like burst into song or anything as he's talking, but like some of the crowd members like kind of like clap along to the tune. And by the end of the night, everybody's had their fair share of drinks. Most of the patrons have left, and the bard kind of like finishes off the ending to this story, which has concluded with a dragon for some reason. And the
11 dragons.
11 whole dragons. Hecate walks in, says there was actually 11, and the crowd goes, 11 whole dragons. And then the remaining patrons leave.
As opposed to 11 half dragons.
The inn has kind of settled down for the night, and the only thing that's kind of like keeping in the background is this crackling fire. The man turns to you. Well, I'm curious, a little entranced. What is your name? Oh,
Valindra.
blue one. Valindra. A pleasure. My name is Rictavio, and he extends a hand.
I take it. Where did I come across the pleasure of an educated man?
There's plenty of educated, well-meaning folk in Barovia. I think you've only just stumbled on the one who is most loud about it.
That's fair.
I've been a fan of fantastical stories most of my life, but a lot of people here don't seem to know much about them, so I thought it's a rather decrepit, lonely place. Might as well enchant them a little bit, don't you think?
Everybody needs a good night of entertainment in some way or another.
Besides, it's not like I have much else going for me.
So, I do have a genuine question for you, and if you don't want to answer, that's fine by me. You're not from here, are you?
Not that obvious, huh?
No, you can tell by my voice too.
Yes, the Barovian accent is quite prevalent in most of these people. I am from the village of Haven. I don't know if you know about it.
That wasn't the town we just came from. Not the town we came from with the drow problem.
No, that was Belmare.
That's Bel. Okay, making sure. Do I know Haven?
Yeah, make a history check.
History 16. Wait, hold on. I'm wrong. 18.
18. Yeah, it's kind of like an unassuming town on the kind of like southern end. It's a lot more rural, less like magic people, librarian, potions, like education type, and much more you're a farmer and you're gonna be a farmer until you fucking die, or like you're a blacksmith and you will make tools for that farmer. Yeah.
You came from Haven, you said.
Yes, I seem to have gotten stuck here, funnily enough.
Yes, we came from Belmire, actually.
Oh. Interesting. Last I heard, that town had some spider problems.
We solved the spider problems before we left.
Oh!
Well, as much as we could in the moment.
Good for you all then. So, who is the we that you refer to? Is it your
I look
other
over at the
multicolored friends?
I look over at the fucking motley crew that is my friends. Yes.
May I introduce myself?
By all means. I'm not one to gatekeep people.
I don't know what that means, but cool. He kind of like saunters over.
You will gaslight and girl boss.
And the rest of you see this wide-grinned, half-elven man approach, dressed in like colorful garb, similar to that of Vistani, but not like as ethnic, I guess. It's very much like, oh, okay, he's from the country that you are all from, and he dresses that way, but a lot, like, more colorful, like, purple, pink, he has, like, really nice, kind of, like, shiny boots on, sports a few pieces of jewelry, and he kind of looks at all of you, bright-eyed, goes, "The name is Rictavio, pleasure to meet you all."
Pleasure as well. Layla.
Great. I'm a traveling bard, and I've kind of got myself stuck here. So,
Guys, I have like 6 charisma. I can't be the ones that talk.
Rosetta just is looking incredibly judgmentally, like an expression that reads like there's no way we're picking up another bard.
I just it's not even subtle. I just elbow Rosetta and said, "Be polite."
You are stuck here?
Well, like the rest of Barovians, I suppose. More of an unwilling passenger, I guess.
Unwilling passenger.
Explain that part to Husk.
So, did you all get here against your will as well?
Yeah, in a way,
yeah.
I guess.
We didn't know we would be stuck here,
It's
so we came here
complicated.
willingly.
Oh,
I took the job.
well, he kind of like looks around. I would love to hear more if you guys would like to come upstairs. I have a room here, so.
Husk
Well-
is just kind of looking at everyone a bit confused.
Conveniently, we all also have rooms here.
Oh, well, lovely. Then I would love to hear more about where you are from and what you were doing here in this decrepit, awful place.
Just had the best steak I've ever had. Last 50 years. I think this is so much better than where the hell we were.
Sure, great. He just walks upstairs.
Before I walk upstairs with them, I'm just going to look at the owner and say thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving us shelter and food.
Well, you paid for it, sweetheart.
Yes, but it's always nice to thank hospitality, even if you pay for it.
Of course, but it's less hospitality and more an exchange of goods and services, yes?
Yes, but thank you anyway.
Is that your cart outside, by the way? We do have a stable here.
Yes, that is
I
our
think our
cart.
horses will be okay with.
Our
I think we should
horses
still
are
put them in a stable.
our horses will need the stable, but they are made of very stern stuff. They require their own feed that we have. So you do not need to take care of them.
They might get chilly,
Sure.
but they'll live.
All right, yeah, fine. Well, if you would like to use the stables, it's a silver piece a night.
I'll just put the silver piece on. I'll just put the silver piece on the counter and.
She nods.
We should-
Rosetta,
Yeah.
we are allowed to use the stables for tonight. I paid for tonight at least.
You want me to take the horses to the stable?
I cannot drive a cart, so that might be a good hint.
Yeah. And I
Max,
go.
are you just far away from your mic?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm eating chips, so I don't want the mic to pick up the chips.
The
Okay.
chips.
The chips!
The chips.
What?
The chips!
You're selling chips?
The chips!
Chocolate!
Chocolate!
They have what?
Alright, so yeah, you Rosetta, you get the cart back and the bartender, Danica, kind of helps you getting them to the stable. Are you sure you don't want me to pour out any food or water for them?
No, they should be fine.
Alright, not my horses. And she smiles and leaves.
I go back inside and catch up with the group.
Alright. Alright, let me move you to the rooms.
Oh, whoa!
Oh my god, we have rooms.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and they were roommates.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
We're roommates.
Here.
Oh. One room.
How are we splitting up the rooms?
Well, I guess it's me and Husk in one room.
I mean, it doesn't have to be, because there's one over here as well.
I
I found the
wanted to
forum.
do something with Josh anyway.
Oh.
Oh, what are you
Oh,
doing?
okay.
Oh.
What are you doing, Step Tiefling?
Okay, wait. So I'm
Oh.
assuming
In
that
one day.
So is all of
the
you alive,
NPCs are going to
or
be in the room, and then we're gonna split up between the other room.
The
Yeah.
siblings don't really care. You can put them wherever.
Put them in the 4-bedroom.
It's fine.
Or leave them in the hallway.
We're not leaving them in the hallway.
You're not leaving them
Well,
in the
I guess
hallway.
they'll be in this room.
Crow is in our room.
Where's Layla's token?
I'm still in the bottom, like, bar area.
Oh, Al.
Great, you sleep in the bar.
You left me here, Alec.
Where did you go? I don't see your token. Oh, there you are. Okay.
Yeah, I'm right there.
No, because there's like other tokens. It was covered by it.
I don't see any other tokens that would be covered by it.
They're on the GM layer.
That's what they fucking thought.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no. Guys,
What?
it's a C. Look
Oh,
at it.
no.
It's so scary.
Oh,
What?
Jesus!
It's a
Wait,
C.
why is there just a C?
That's like a token for the map, so I know which area you guys are in, and I know which description to read.
Oh my god, that's just looking at that. I was like, why is there just a C? Are we fighting the? Are we fighting count? The count?
We fighting the C in the dictionary.
No, we're fighting the
We're
count.
fighting the
from
letter
fucking-
C.
Hold on.
Sesame
From
Street?
Sesame Street.
Yeah, we're fighting
We're
the
gonna
count.
fight Elmo.
Yes.
One player character death.
Elmo would beat us, I'm sorry.
Two player character
character
death. Ha,
deaths.
ha, ha.
Okay. So, you guys head up to your rooms, and Rictavio kind of questions you all about, you know, where you're from, why you're here in Barovia.
I don't know, and I don't know.
Oh,
He's new here.
oh, all right.
He's new in general.
Hey, you know, the people with the least memories make for the most interesting stories, so don't despair.
I hope so.
I'm sure you'll have a happy ending.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You mentioned something about talking sword.
Oh, that was just a story. I've never actually had a talking sword.
That was a major embellishment, by the way.
Listen,
They just
these are Barovians. They don't know the difference.
There's
they
a
just sort of look at the saber in their hands. Hold it close. If only that were true.
What?
We found him a magic sword.
Ooh, interesting. What does it do?
It's just sharper.
Oh, okay. No, I've read stories about magic swords that like overtook your mind and would speak to you in the dark and whisper.
Made of sunlight.
Sure. Where have you heard about the sword made of sunlight?
I heard about the Sunblade through a great deal of people, one of which being the fortune teller of the Vistani.
Ah, that old crone.
Quite a nice lady.
Eh. For a Vistani.
The Vistani are quite nice people. Do you have some issues with them? Or did they have issues with you?
A little bit of both. I might have gotten caught stealing from their camp once or twice.
Why would you steal from them?
When I first got here, I was a little shook, and I did not know what to do. And, right, yes. I was in a different land, and I had no idea, like, anything about it. And I saw food, I smelled food, and I took it. And then I came back for more because it was really good food.
Question. Did you ever see an old lady selling pie?
Yes?
Did you eat the pies?
No, she had bad
Okay.
vibes.
Good
Bad vibe.
call. Good
Bad
call.
vibes, bad vibes.
We should have done. We should have typed.
You all seem
What's wrong with the pies?
anyway. So what is your plan for getting out of here?
Kill.
Well, there is an unfortunate downside to getting out of here, but we do have a plan. The plan involves how do I word this without making you panic?
Killing the devil.
I just like point my thumb at her.
Like, of the Nine Hells, or
No, not that one. This town's devil.
Strahd? All right. That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
I just
Oh, relax. Nobody's going to hear us here.
I don't care. I'd prefer not someone to overhear us and rat us out.
Wouldn't
Oh,
like
the-
follow the laws.
Listen. I've stayed here for a bit. Uh, the Martikovs, the ones that run this whole inn, they're a lot less, and he like kind of does the spinny thing next to his head to indicate that the Velaki is crazy. The rest of the townspeople are rather, not right in the head. They've been brainwashed, obviously, but the innkeepers are quite nice and very understanding.
Brainwashed. Hold on. We're not skipping over that part.
We don't have to. I can tell you what I know.
Yeah, what do you know?
Well, the burgomaster, old Vargas Velikovic, he's a bit of a dick.
As all landlords are.
True and based.
What does based mean?
It's a... Apparently it's not in your country, apparently.
The French don't know what based is.
Of course the French
They're
don't know what
French.
based is. They're French.
Let's
Their
see.
entire culture is anti-based.
Well, alright, what I know of the burgomaster, which... My real reason for coming to Velaki was to figure out what the fuck was going on here politically. But,
The word we're looking for here is fucked completely.
well... I don't really know, is the thing. The burgomaster is... he lies through his teeth, I think. I mean, you'll just have to meet him, but he throws these festivals to try and, like, keep up morale, and if you ever speak the name Strahd, you get thrown into stocks, or the Reformation Center, or,
The Reformation Center.
oh, yeah, it's that horrible large building. You probably saw it on your way here. Though it was kind of dark. Anyway, he doesn't take too kindly to people, discussing plans of overthrowing Strahd or, rebelling against him. In the Burgomaster's eyes, we shall suffer through this hell together with a smile on our faces.
So, in order to get through this hell, everyone must suffer through this hell indefinitely.
Well, I mean, it's Barovia, and Strahd has been here forever, so there isn't really an end for these people. It's just making the best of this horrible situation until they die.
No, the reason they're a safe haven is because they they basically listen to whatever Strahd tells them.
What? No.
Well, not listen, but like they put up with it and don't fight back.
We can't really fight back. How do you expect to fight back against a centuries-old vampire?
PT just sighs.
With a blade made of sunlight, maybe.
I'm still not sure who exactly this person is. The devil.
Strahd, the guy that lives in the castle up on the hill.
There's a castle.
You're fun.
He I will be completely honest with you. We got him out of a casket less than 24 hours ago.
Wow. You are fascinating and really creepy. I want to study
It's
you.
found in a similar way. Actually.
Do you all just get your friends from graveyards?
Not
Look at
usually.
Layla.
Not usually. No.
2.
Just these two.
Oh, just the two. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Would you count towards that, Layla?
I suppose it
What
would be
do you mean?
strange.
I mean, you're a grave cleric, are you not?
I'm a grave cleric. That means I deal with graves a lot. That does not mean I
Well, we got
am
you
from the
grave.
grave.
I'm like smiling as I do this. But that means we got you from a graveyard, correct?
We do not
I-
pick up people
I-
from the graveyard.
I elbow Valindra slightly too hard.
Alright, fine. I'm sorry, I was joking.
Yeah, I didn't know you had a sense of humor.
What a chipper group you all are. Hey, at least you're all in high spirits.
We have to be. It's been quite awful the past week.
Yeah, I can imagine. I've lived it.
How long have you been here?
A while? I think maybe a couple of years at this point.
Shit.
Yeah, it's been rough. But, the wine keeps me going, and the warm steak is nice, and chatting with the locals who haven't gone down the drain is more or less... Oh, who am I kidding? This is awful. I hate it here.
I feel like we need to make a support group for people who just absolutely hate it here, but it would be too large.
It would be the
Yes,
entire
it'd be
country.
everyone.
It's just Barovia. Well, anyway. So yes, the Burgomaster. Then there's Lady Fiona Watcher, who is, how should I summarize this? Really scary. She has a mansion in town, and has a bunch of people that heed her every word. I'm not gonna say it's a cult, but it's definitely a cult. Not sure what they're following. They do hate the Burgomaster, though, so there's a fun dynamic. And everybody in town is either part of one camp or the other, and there's me. I'm very...
And us.
Yes, and now you guys. The innkeepers are fairly neutral as well. Mostly because
Mostly
you're
for the
choosing...
patrons.
That, and also because you're kind of choosing between a cult and a tyrant. Yes, it's very fun.
Sounds like home.
So, what business did you have in Valaki?
We were escorting some friends who had no reason to stay in a previous town over, so we escorted them.
Ismark and Irina are like in the room with you guys.
Oh! I thought they were in their own room. Okay, never mind.
I mean,
I
I'll
think we're
say
all
that like you
separated
guys are
rooms.
all in like one room together talking, unless you kick them out.
No, I wouldn't want to kick them out.
Okay.
I don't think anybody in here would want to kick them
Talking
out.
about
They're just
behind
sitting
your back,
here like,
leave.
hello, we're still here.
Yes, Ismark, Arena. We were escorting them to Velaki.
Oh, yep. Why? Like Rictavio pipes out. Why would you do that?
Us escorting them, or them wanting to leave to here?
Both.
Well, us helping them was because we wanted to help people. I know that seems a little strange.
No, I get that. Why Velaki?
It's the most safe town from Strahd. Well,
No, but really, why? Why Velaki? Why?
Ismark, Arena, would you care to explain that one?
They just kind of look at each other, and Arita goes, Strahd has taken a liking to me, and the village that I was born in was rather close to his castle, so we thought maybe Valaki and its consecrated church would be a safe haven. Octavio just kind of looks at the group and goes, "Oh, see that does make sense, but yeah, church no longer safe."
Is
Can
the
I
church no longer
insight check
consecrated?
him?
Yeah, go ahead. What are you insight checking?
Um, I'm insight checking his truthfulness. I don't
In
trust
terms
him.
of
In terms of like, um, his moral character. Is he like a not good moral character?
okay.
Like he would totally leave these guys in the dust.
All right, yeah, go
And
ahead.
it's
Roll insight.
damn. I didn't insight shit.
Your insight is I don't know jack shit.
Hmm.
What'd you
Okay,
get?
well, 5. And he sucks, but I don't know why.
You don't even know if he's us.
Yeah, honestly, like you just can't get a read on him because he's kind of like shifting from topic to topic and very clearly has some sort of like mask over him, but you have like no idea if he is hiding like anything nefarious or if it's just him meeting strangers and not wanting to be super upfront with them about everything.
I have a question for you, Mr.
Yes. What was your name?
Rosetta.
Pleasure.
Why are you telling us all this?
Because I will go insane if I don't talk to somebody about this. And you all seem to hate Strut as much as the next person. So, thought might as well. Besides, we're from the same country.
I'm still not
Well-
entirely sure what that is.
What?
I'm still not entirely sure who that is.
What is?
Strahd.
A vampire that lives in a castle on a hill.
And the people here are afraid of them.
Yes, he's very scary. He's killed many people, and I'm sure if you just look at someone, they know someone who's been affected by the evil man.
They try to focus on the name and like this description. Is anything in particular coming to light?
Sure, make a history check.
Alright. This absolute dilapidated mess of a brain, let's try and kick it into overdrive.
Think too hard and produce a thought.
Oh my god, he produced a thought.
Oh my god.
We see smoke coming out of their brain.
Just
You hear
imagine,
like the
like,
squeaking of rusty gears.
the brain is just jello and he's, like, swishing it around.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, Strahd. You remember something similar to this exact situation. Because, okay, now you remember meeting other people who also didn't like him, who are also stuck, and thinking, we gotta go kill him. You remember, right, yeah, vampires, they aversion to sunlight, can't be in direct running water. Oh, they can't enter a home without being let inside first. That was something that was drilled into, but someone, and the memories just kind of fade.
I apologize to go
Cool. All right. Well, yeah, this information. Honestly, I just know you guys aren't from Barovia, and I know that you don't like Strahd. From your, well, plan to kill him. So I thought I might volunteer what information I can to make sure you don't die at the hands of a cultist or horrible town mayor. Does that make sense?
Cultist. Wow, my brain farted.
Okay.
Uh, did he? I'm sorry. Did he explain a lot about the cult before, or just like a vague mention of it?
Just a vague mention.
Uh, do you know anything more about this cult?
Followers of Lady Fiona? Um, she's a... Here's the thing. The Burgomaster is deathly terrified of Strahd, to the point that he doesn't allow his name to be mentioned in this town. Lady Fiona is not that. She sees Strahd as something sympathetic, and, well, she has essentially told her followers that there will be a day where sunlight shines in Barovia once more, but that can only be achieved by embracing the devil himself. I haven't really looked into it much, because, truthfully, she terrifies me. But that's pretty much all I know. I'm not exactly sure who they're worshipping. Maybe it's just Strahd himself. In that case, it's technically not a cult. They have cult vibes.
Fair. This lady Fiona, she's here.
In Valaki, yes.
Lucky.
Yeah, her mansion is right down the block.
And just look at the map.
Gwyn's at map.
Squints.
Yeah, like you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like marked, but like Victavia points it out.
All right. Okay. A little shaken, but Vera just shrinks back into her corner.
Alright, well, if you don't have any more questions for me, I think I might retire to my room. It is getting late.
I have one more.
Yeah.
For you. Do you know what happens at the festival? Because we've heard some.
It is a festival. It's not as cheerful as you might think. They happen pretty much every week. People just kind of sit around in the rain and talk about how much they'd love to live in Vallaki. Yeah.
Doesn't sound like much of a festival.
No, there's games. Pin the tail on a donkey head. Find the splintered wood within a pile of splintered wood. There's a rock toss. I think people sell fur.
What are people tossing the rock at?
Oh, you know, other people.
Huh?
Seems like a very lovely town, this place.
You get used to it.
I'd rather not.
Oh, well, do you have plans to go somewhere else?
Not yet. And I promised a bunch of kids that I would take them to the festival.
Do you guys have like your country map out?
We could.
Eh.
Eh.
Where is it? Eh.
Eh.
Maps.
He points out.
Let's go maps.
There is Kresk, of course. Right down here. It is far, and
That's a tiny.
it's gated off, and the people there don't usually allow outsiders. Though from what I've heard of it, it's a lot less, you know.
Weird.
Well, it's Barovia.
Sadistic?
Honestly,
Indoctrinated.
That's the thing, I don't know, because I haven't been allowed inside, because they don't want me there. That could be an option, but honestly, you might as well just stay in Vallaki and try and survive the Burgomaster's rule. Though, I think if you stay here long enough, they're gonna start making you prepare for the festivals.
You reached that point yet?
They can't find me, which is very fun. Sometimes they just hide in a barrel until the festival is over. And then they're like, Rictavio, where were you? And I'm like, oh, I slept through it, sorry. They're getting really annoyed with me. I think I don't have much time left here, honestly.
Well, I was told to go to Kresk at one point, so...
By who?
The, lovely fortune teller.
Huh. What's in Kresk that someone like you would need to go to?
Apparently the priest is having some sort of issues. Apparently I might be able to help.
Huh. Grave Digger Cleric.
Maybe he's a bit backlogged on digging graves, who knows?
Maybe. Anyway, have a good night, all of you. I'll see you in the morning, I suppose.
Hopefully.
Thank you for sharing with us what you know.
Of course, and I expect the same in return if you find anything interesting. Good night. Closes the door behind him.
Our situation just keeps getting worse and worse.
Well, you said you were coming here to be safe. Doesn't... Safe perhaps may not be pleasant, but it's still safe.
Let's just make sure we put a lock on the doors anyway.
Are we each going to retire to our rooms?
Yes, I think we should get some sleep. We're
She said that there's a bath here, right?
Mm-hmm. It's communal though.
Yeah. I'm going to the bath.
I'll join you.
Oh my.
oh my.
You're not playing half note anymore. Shut up.
God.
Does Husky even know
No.
what
Husky-
they're into?
No, not even a single no.
Nice.
Husk is just trying to vibe with dead people in their head.
Husk is trying to exist first.
Trying to exist.
Alright, so Hecate, Layla, going to the bath. I'll say Arena joins you. What are the rest of you guys doing?
At
Husk
some
will
point,
leave
I
to
would
be
like
alone
to
in a
talk to
room.
Valindra.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna do something with Husk.
Is just going to be alone in
My
a room.
brother in
for a
Christ,
while.
you can talk to multiple people in one night.
Crazy.
I know.
No, my social battery only allows for one conversation a
God,
night.
too true.
Valindra's a fucking noble woman!
Yeah, they can be introverts too.
If you're a noble woman, you don't get that choice!
Motherfucker, I am a fucking court wizard. I am allowed my introvertedness. I only get to
Alright,
talk. I only
anyway,
have to talk to one person.
Rosetta, was your conversation gonna take longer than Valindra with Husk's meditation or whatever?
I would say just go. You guys go first. Enjoy.
I was about to say, I do not think it will take as long as a
just go.
meditation.
Enjoy.
Okay, sure, yeah. I don't know, because usually when people in this group talk, it takes half an hour. So.
True. No, this will not take half an hour. At least it shouldn't.
Depending on what you guys talk about.
I pull Valindra over and I ask, hey, bit quiet. Hey, so, this is the first place we've run into anyone being bothered by,
I point to my horns.
yes, that. However, I am kind of terrified being here after we went to the priest, and he was like, the town doesn't take kindly to devils, and they refer to Strahd as the devil. I'm not the only one getting weird vibes from that, right?
Well, we keep in mind, Rosetta. They most likely call him the devil because he is a very, very, very evil man who does nothing but satisfy his own needs. Meanwhile, in all depictions of demons and devils, we look like this. So, it might be a coincidence.
This is the same town that there's a festival every week where they throw rocks at people.
I am not going to panic unless I get a reason to.
Look, all I'm saying is we probably need to be more on guard here than normal.
Oh, and also be prepared to skip town at a moment's notice. Trust me, I already know.
Yeah.
I am very well aware. Although worrying about it 24/7 will do nothing but reduce the amount of sleep we can get. We can worry about it more in the morning. Just remember to lock your door, dear. Now, how... Other than that, how are you feeling? Have you experienced this type of prejudice before?
Well, most of the time that I was in a weird town that would happen to me, I had my high elven master with me. No, my elven master with me, who was also pretty used to this kind of stuff, so he would just shield me away from it. It's not something I haven't seen, but probably the first time I've had to deal with it on my own.
Well, you don't have to deal with it on your own. You're within a group of other people, which is why I am not as worried as I should be.
Right.
And besides, we do have cloaks. We have ways of hiding ourselves. And if push comes to shove, I could always turn invisible.
Can't really do that.
I could turn you invisible.
Apparently so can Husk, so who knows.
So it's not all bad. We have methods of getting out. We have methods of keeping ourselves safe. We just need to, like you said, be more on guard than usual. Are you doing okay?
About as good as I'm usually doing.
So not overly well. It's fine.
I'm a veteran. What do you want from me?
We will get through this. We will get out of here. I will make sure you get out of here. I don't make idle promises. Okay? I'm doing everything I can, and everyone else is doing everything they can to get us all out of here.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna go.
You go, relax, try to get a good night's sleep. That's why I worded it like that, Alec. I said I would get you out of here one way or another. I will get you out of here. I didn't say alive.
What are you gonna do? Drop off my corpse on the steps of the palace in Valois? Like...
Wait, you're French. That means that if one of you is dead and you still get to marry your partner. As long as you prove that you are affianced.
I got out fianced. I will never be out fianced ever again.
Rosetta goes to take a bath.
Okay, joining the other girlies.
Oh my god.
Damn, communal bath and Half Note isn't here for it.
Right?
Aww.
Half Note would
It's
have had a
fine.
great
He's rocking out in hell right now.
Yeah.
Not fucking just 3 Vistani women at once.
He's fucking all the Vistani women at once.
Oh my god.
Okay. So Hecate, Layla, Rosetta, Rena are in the bath. Vera, are you doing anything?
Communal bathhouses scare me, so I will just be getting ready for bed.
Okay.
Keep in mind, if you want to be cleaned, I know prestidigitation, and you know that.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Better.
You just go to Valentra like, hey, I'll have the usual.
Yeah.
I'll have
Hey,
the
babe.
usual. Bibbity bobbity, you are now clean. itty. I don't know.
Cleanity.
Bippity boppity, you are now cleanity. Yep, that's how it goes.
Yep.
Dry cleaner wash.
I actually dead ass look her in the eye. Dry cleaner wash.
Oh my god.
What the fuck is a dry clean?
It's a dry clean.
I mean, we're already wet from being outside.
Dry cleaner wash.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Give me the spin cycle.
Okay.
Snap my fingers in your
Bring
fucking
out my
clean.
spine.
You find Valindra, you find half note not half note. You find Husk.
Oh my god, you find half note. Holy shit, where did he come from?
No.
you find Husk just kind of aimlessly wandering around the upper floor.
Plus, dear, would you like the guided meditation I was talking about?
They're whispering to themselves again. They turn their head. Oh. Right. I was thinking how I'm going to spend the night. I don't feel tiredness.
This, I could still help you with that. My master was an elf.
Thank you. Yes, you were saying you might be able to help with voices.
Again, might be able to help. I don't have anything concrete.
Anything is worth trying.
That is a very good mindset to have. You are on a very good path already.
Thank you. Where will we go? This is one of the rooms we had purchased, right?
Yep. So I just take out my nice blanket and I just set that across the floor and I just point to it. It's like, you can sit there if you wish, but you can also lie down, you can sit down, you can do whatever you wish to make yourself comfortable. Take your time with this. You're going to be in that position for a while.
They just lay down, cross their legs. Well, not lay down, but like sit down, cross their legs, and finally take out, because it's been in the pouch this entire time, but take out the skull and lay it in their lap, holding it close.
Are you comfortable, Husk?
The sword that will also like lay sort of across their knees, the name facing up towards them. I suppose this is what comfortable is, yes.
Do you feel that you could sit in that position for hours on end?
I don't feel much of anything, but I am ready.
Okay. If you feel that you're ready, that is fine. The way guided meditation works is that you listen to what I say the entire time, and you try to... What's the word I'm looking for here? You try to follow. In your case, I'm going to have to do something a bit lighter, something that I could easily shake you from. Just in case the voices become too much for you, or in case you stop becoming comfortable. Is that okay with you?
We can begin.
Okay.
I suppose I close my eyes.
Now, Husk, listen to my voice. This voice you will be hearing for anywhere from 30 minutes to a couple hours, maybe, depending on your perspective. You sit in a field. The grass is as soft as the blanket you're on. The sky is a nice blue color.
They're closing their eyes and like their face sort of twitches a bit. A
And
bit of strain.
And the sky is clear. Not a cloud in sight. And as you listen to my voice, you will slowly and surely relax more and more and more. This meditation serves one of two purposes. One, it will help you hopefully quiet the voices trying to all speak at once, trying to all have a say.
See, they're kind of clenching their teeth a bit.
However, if you could focus on one voice at a time, maybe, and surely, they will eventually dwindle into a few voices, and maybe into none at one point. But that is a possibility. It is not a certainty. And two, you said you have trouble sleeping, but your body still needs to rest. Elves, like my master, cannot sleep. Instead, they go into a meditative state, being able to rest their bodies, rest their minds.
Do you think I am an elf then?
No, but you said that despite this long day and all of that combat, you said you do not feel tired.
No, it's strange. My body. I don't know. I didn't feel any inclination to eat or drink or
Well,
anything.
you did say you are a husk.
Yes,
You are
that's how it feels.
undead in some regard. Your body doesn't need the same things that my body needs, or that Layla's body needs, or Hekate's body needs. For this guided meditation, instead of listening to the voices in your head and responding to them, we're going to figure out what your body needs as practice for when we eventually do get to the voices.
They're trembling a bit.
Do you still
Very
feel
tense.
comfortable?
I. This isn't right. No, I. They've been there ever since I awoke, ever since I saw you all and you freed me, and I feel as though. Why do I feel fear? Why? Why does it feel like they're everywhere, like they're. I don't want. I hear what they're saying, I hear what they beg me for, and I. All I've been doing is hearing. I want to listen. They need me. And I need them as well.
Do you still wish to go on with this, or would you like to talk with me?
Think think I don't know if I could quiet the voices if I could, but if I could focus and let them in rather than fight them, perhaps that may help me to understand or hear more of those individual voices. Their eyes are like still closed, but they start to kind of lose some of the tension throughout their body. Their already very pale knuckles are very like white, kind of clutching the skull, but kind of relaxes a bit. And again, from their eyes, you can start to see the slight black ichor seep through their closed eyelids down their cheeks. They take just one slight exhale, and small wisps of the black fog from before. Just small, not like a massive miasma, but some just release and encircle them.
Husk, dear.
What?
How are we doing?
Good
Better.
question. Make a wisdom saving throw.
I wanted to do something before he did that, by the way, but
Oh,
he
shit.
interrupted
What
me.
did you want
Oh,
to
go.
do?
I wanted to cast protection from good and evil.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, what does that do?
Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. This protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attacking you. The target also cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Okay.
If they are already charmed, frightened, or possessed, they get a saving throw with advantage.
Okay.
It's great that you have that here in Barovia.
Yeah, it's almost like as soon as I saw them, I'm like, wow, we're fighting a lot of fucking undead.
In Barovia. More likely than you think.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Are they making the wisdom save? Am I
You-
making? I make wisdom save. Let's go.
Yes.
Does he get that with or without advantage?
It's nothing. It's not like a spell that he has to save against.
Okay.
I'll tell you dinner.
Nice. Okay. You remember pain. It was one of those nights. Difficult battle. You all returned to your rooms exhausted. And then you hear a knock at your door. A familiar, gnomish woman dressed in kind of like this almost like plague doctor-esque outfit. And she's like handling a medical like bag. And you protest, saying you're fine, you just need a good night's rest, but she insists, darling, if we don't fix you up right now, then you might wake up with either possessive spirits or an infection, and I really hope it's the latter, because I don't deal with spirits, as you know. So, lie down, lie down. And you lie in your bed as she begins to dress your wounds, not with magical healing, but various potions and concoctions. Nadia, can you mute yourself, please?
I'm so sorry. I thought I was.
It's okay. Various potions and concoctions, medical herbs that she keeps in her bag, taking out various sharp instruments and taking out the arrows that have been embedded in your body, scrapes and bruises that she begins to wrap with her linens. She goes, "My dear, I've told you before that you're not much of a frontlines fighter. If anything, you really should stay back with me. I'm not saying that you're weak or anything, it's just that maybe the armor that you wear isn't as protective." Well. Huh. That's weird. That mark wasn't there before. She kind of lifts up your hand, and you notice a horrible burn that's begun spreading. And she goes, "Oh, this must have been from that mad mage that we encountered. How fun! Alright, you stay right there. I'm gonna go make a potion." And she scuttles off. The memory fades, and you're kind of back in the present moment with Valindra looking at you rather concerned. You're blanking on the name, though. Something M. She was a doctor, you think. Always kind, a little too excited whenever you encountered some new monsters, though. But brilliant. You have fond memories of her. As you return to the present, you feel this cold emptiness. Funnily enough, the voice that first spoke to you when you lifted up the saber is quiet.
They open their eyes, still sort of pouring out some of this black ichor, and they're currently just all void, just a black void, looking at Valindra. How are you looking?
How am I looking?
Mm-hmm.
Concerned, but not like, oh my god, I didn't expect this concern. I'm more like, I expected this. I'm still concerned. And I look at you. How are you feeling, dear?
Cold. Bit, well, empty. You know, like a husk, but even more so. It's less a feeling of nothing being there, but the absence of something that was once there and now is gone.
Would you care to tell me if you heard, saw anything?
I think I knew someone.
Really?
Someone kind. Someone who. It's also distant to me now. I think you remind me of them in a way. You've been nothing but kind and trying to help me throughout all this acclimating. You helped me to understand what this blade could do, even though I still hardly know the person it belonged to.
One of the worst feelings in the world is, well, one of the two worst feelings in the world is being lost and being lonely. No one deserves to be either of those.
I felt that the most when I was in the coffin, but I'm happy to have found you all. I'm happy to be in a place that, even if it has its own problems, there are still living people here. going about their lives. Voices to hear that aren't those of the dead. But even those voices, I think, I should forge a better bond. I can't live at constant odds with myself and them. And I think focusing like this, doing this, it's helping me to unlock more of who I used to be. And who I am now, what that can be. I'll keep at it like this, but I think for now you've been a big help. I wouldn't want to take more time.
My dear, you have taken nothing I haven't offered.
It's odd. I can't really imagine. You put these scenarios or these ideas into my mind, and it's odd. It's so. It can be vivid at a time, but also fabricated. I don't know.
That is the wonderful part of the arcane. It's like a painting, almost.
It feels almost too real. But I'll see what there is to learn from that.
Well, if it makes you more comfortable, I'll show you why I describe it as such. And I clap my hands together and I minor illusion of scenery, like a painting, like a small painting.
Okay.
Technically, this painting never existed, nor has it ever been thought of. At least I think. There are coincidences still. However, it was still produced from nothing. And you can do the same thing.
I can cast that spell, or
No, you can imagine something from nothing. It is a cornerstone philosophy of my arts. I don't know how your magic works, nor I have any possibility of understanding anytime soon.
it's not perfect. You mentioned something, feel. I get glimpses of something that may be similar, but not the same. I feel like
That's
they're telling me something, but I
well,
need to think.
just remember when you should and when you shouldn't listen to the voices. If they start causing you distress, or if they start telling you to harm other people, that is when you should start shutting them out.
No, and I will tell you if things are worse, but I think all of the struggle and strife has really come from my end more than theirs. They reach out to me, and I don't want to neglect them. They need help, like all of us. And I may be the only person that can try to offer that to them. It's just a lot to parse through. I, I suppose I'll try resting. However, it is I can do that. Just laying down.
Lay down, sit down, do whatever you wish. Just give your body a few hours of rest.
Right.
I don't know how your body heals or if your body heals, but we are all subject to wear and tear. Mm, from everything I've seen, everything I've studied, I don't even think you're an exception to that.
Very well. They'll just kind of not even they don't want they feel a bed and then they look against it and kind of just lay with their back against the wall. Their eyes open, just laying their arms slack, skull in their lap.
Is this relaxing? Am I relaxed?
Oh
They're,
god,
they're,
I
they're
teach
just their
this
entire
motherfucker how to
body.
relax.
Their entire body is just more so growing slack, like
Like a
and it's
corpse.
odd, like a corpse. Yeah, it's like they look more like a corpse than they already do, and they're just laying there, motionless.
And you get to sleep next to that tonight.
You know what? I
The
did say at the beginning of the campaign, Valindra thought creepy is cute.
the
So it's
eyes and
just, he
smoke
doesn't.
has stopped at least. You know,
This is fine.
the eyes and the
Player
smoke have
is
at least stopped.
absolutely fucking mortified. Valindra's not.
Valendra's like, "Aw, it's sleeping."
Yeah, like a
Just
ventriloquist dummy just kind of tossed against the corner of a room, just
Oh,
It's really funny.
just there.
I'm just gonna.
You're describing your character as a ventriloquist dummy tossed. Alright, on that note, let's take a break.
Question.
Yeah.
Can I roll my portents for the day?
If you don't
Or
have
is
anything,
there-
if you don't have anything else to do and you're going to bed, then yes, that's fine.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one for the enemies. That's another good one for the enemies.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
On that note, I'm also changing the extra proficiency from persuasion to deception.
Okay. 6:15. Let's get back here at 6:30.
Woo.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
Ooh.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
Boy, oh boy,
yeah,
oh boy.
Recording is
You anymore? Fuck you, Alex.
okay. Okay. So, did the people who are taking a bath want to do anything, or are y'all going to bed?
Going to bed.
I have a minor thing to do.
Okie dokie.
I just, because I can breathe underwater, I just sink below the surface of the water for a few minutes. And just quietly cry to myself a bit about half note, and then I'm good to go.
Ah.
I actually was gonna ask because you guys mentioned something like way at the end of last session. I think I don't even know if it was caught on the recording, but who did any of you guys end up getting his stuff, or like did you loot him, or
It's rude to
I
steal
looted
from the
his
dead.
loot.
yeah, you looted his loot, but like did you take anything else off of him?
It's rude to steal from the dead.
It's rude to steal from the dead, and I only took that as a memento.
Gotcha. Okay, so you just left his supplies and things, or like his money. You left that alone.
Yep.
Yeah, we just
Yep.
buried him with everything.
Wow. Okay.
As much as the players are clawing at the arms of their chairs, yes, we left all of the money behind.
I think you guys just forgot.
I
No,
we didn't.
I remembered. It was in my head the entire time. I just didn't mention it.
It's weird to loot your friends.
Yeah, sure.
mean, I don't know. There may or may not have been things in there, but who knows?
Oh
The
well.
problem is, if we go back, we're gonna find a shallow grave that's been looted.
If that happens, I'm burning down this entire country.
I've
No,
only
he
had
did
half
not.
life
In it.
for a week, but if anything were to happen to him, I would kill everybody in this country and then myself. Okay. Arena's just kind of like solemnly sitting in the bath. She has like a very disgruntled expression on her face. And as you like come up from the water, she glances at you and goes, "You were under there for a while. Are you okay?" Layla.
Huh? Sorry, I zoned out for a second.
Okay. Arena asks if you're okay as you come out from under the water.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, alright. I did want to ask, since, since Ismark asked you to bring us to Valaki, I suppose this means that we're parting ways?
Well, we'll probably stay in town for a couple days, and then we'll continue on with what we're trying to do.
I see. Well, in that case, it was really good to get to know you.
You too. Stay safe here, alright? Do your best.
You as well.
Now we go to bed.
Okay. Hecate.
Yes.
You're sharing a room with Vera. Okay.
Yes.
You toss and turn, unable to find a comfortable position to sleep. Eventually it comes to you, but it's one of those that kind of like fades in and out. You wake up multiple times throughout the night. Is there someone in the room? No.
Oh,
you
God.
feel a presence. Like, almost as if someone is watching over you. But when you open your eyes, they're not there. So you just force yourself to go to sleep. And you wake up in that same childhood room of yours. Though it's changed slightly. The body you're in is no longer that of a child, but realize you're maybe your teenage self at this point. The room reflects that. A bigger bed, more things decorating it, more clothes in your closet, a couple of weapons hanging from your walls. The door's open though this time. And you hear your father call to you, demanding your presence.
God damn it. I just pat myself down and grab a sword that's leaning on the wall. At this point, it's very normal for me to just carry a weapon outside of my room. And it's more like a safety blanket. And I reluctantly step outside my room.
The walls of the house seem to close in on you, almost directing you to the specific room in question. You remember this one. Your father stands inside the dining room. You see one of the servants kneeling in front of him, begging for their life. It seems that they made some sort of mistake with tonight's dinner, and mistakes cannot go unpunished. Your father beckons you forward. Come now. You must dispose of this. And he just gestures to the servant kneeling at his feet.
What did they do exactly?
The wine tastes off. They must have picked up the wrong supply.
Or you let your wine sour. It's not that big of a deal.
It does not matter how big of a deal this is. They must continuously prove their worth to me. Otherwise, their life is forfeit. I have no use of servants that don't know how to do their jobs. Do away with it!
No.
Insolent child, you dare question me! Do I need to remind you of what happened last time?
I'm not questioning anything. I'm just saying no.
Fine then. Your father just reaches down to the servant, picks them up by their throat, his long nails digging into their flesh, and then just crushes their throat and drops them to the floor as they gasp for remaining bits of air, blood drenching the carpets. And his disfigured, gnarled face, bloodthirsty eyes now gaze upon you, and he says, "Your turn." Roll initiative, please.
Oof.
Oh shoot. Where's my dice? Okay. Dealing with my issues. Part 2. Okay, good. 18.
18. Alrighty. What kind of sword would you have grabbed from the wall?
I think it's like a
great
long sword.
Long sword?
Great sword.
Which one?
Great sword.
Okay.
It's like heavy in her arms, but she took it anyways. Like she's just been looting her father's weapon stack.
Okay.
It's very shiny.
Right, you do get to go first, so make your attack.
What time of the day is it? Well, fight.
I'd say it's late in the evening.
Ah, damn. Okay. Ooh, nat 20.
Oh, alright, that just barely hits. I'm kidding.
Barely!
I'm kidding. Yeah, make your, for a great sword, I believe it's 2d6.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
so, you do, the maximum damage, so 12 plus your strength.
12 plus 17 damage.
17, and then roll normally. So just roll the 2d6.
Okay. 11.
11. Alright, 28 points of damage. Nice. Gripping the sword in your shaking hands, you just rush straight for him, cleaving your way into him, and he just takes it. He seems to almost be amused by how much damage you're doing. And you are doing damage, but not nearly enough to get him anywhere close to death. As he just kind of... After all these years, you still haven't learned. He's just gonna go for it and attack you as well. As your great sword, like, slashes into him, he, like, grips it with his hands and begins to push it towards you instead. That's also a natural 20.
Oh, come on!
Oh no. You take 44 points of slashing damage. How much health do you have?
Hold on. $16.
16 health left. Okay.
I can do this.
As instead of just even attacking you, he just pushes your own sword into your body and just, like, pushes it down into the side so it, like, rips through your skin. You stand there, panting. It is your turn.
This is why Mom wants a divorce. I rolled a nat 1.
The blade in your hands drops as you're overcome with this horrifying visage of your father just slowly getting closer. And you're just frozen in fear. Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Oh, Christ. Okay, thank God. 18.
18.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately not enough. As you try and overcome his dominating words, the only thing he says to you is, "Drink." And your eyes gaze towards the now lifeless body of the servant on the floor, and your legs move against your own will as you move closer to it, and sink your teeth in. You wake up to a gloomy gray sky.
Jeez. And I'm still alive.
Yeah? You don't feel like you are injured or anything. Must have just been another bad dream.
I'm going to just get dressed for the day and pray.
Okay. Do you pray in your room, or do you find, like, a place outside or something?
I'll pray outside.
Okay. As you do, it begins to rain. The cold water dripping down your skin.
I'm going to roll a prayer check.
Okay. What are you praying for?
I'm just praying for, like, reassurance and that I'm still alive and not being killed eternally. My god is going to be like, you're fine. Oh well, I rolled an 11.
11?
Yeah.
Usually, she's very quick to respond. She doesn't really have much time to keep people guessing. But right now, it just feels quiet, lonely. There isn't even a hint of her presence. It's just cold. You've never felt so alone.
She just, like, kicks some mud and and it's, like, internally raging. It's like there's so many unhealed wounds that are just being split open again, and nothing. Then it just keeps getting worse. So she just goes back to her room and sits on the bed waiting for Knuckle and try to wake up.
The rest of you also wake up. Another gloomy day in Barovia.
Yeah, the husk's been awake for like at least 4 hours now.
Yeah, you only need 4 hours to rest.
Yeah.
Oh, what
Husk,
lovely
where
weather.
are you?
They've spent that time just in the room, still just thinking, eyes closed, focusing with the ghosts in their head. And maybe when Blindra awakes, you might see some faint wisps of the black fog just permeating through the air, as they're just whispering to themselves. Oh, you're awake.
Oh, that's quite a lot. Is this...
No, I think that just sort of happens on its own. When I,
Okay, I'm just making sure this is
it'll go
not
away in a moment.
not my normal. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I've been trying
No,
to
if it's something
strengthen
you
my bond.
can't control, you shouldn't apologize for it.
I've been trying to just improve upon the bond, and I don't know. I feel better listening. I would close my eyes and open them again, and it's like I was somewhere else, or someone else. Yes, the things they're trying to tell me, the things they're trying to show me, they've lived through. Terrible, but trusting me with that, this is good. I don't want to be at odds with them.
That is good. That is very good. These voices seem to be a part of yourself in some way, so it's good not to make an enemy of yourself.
Did you rest well?
Yes, I did. As the player's dying in the background, give me a second.
Good. I don't know if the others are waking soon. I've been awake for some time now. Or more conscious. It's strange. I went into some sort of state there and I still heard them. My mind still swarmed, but I just stopped moving.
But you do feel better.
Yes.
That's what's the most important right now.
Jay and Velaki. Let's greet the others. He just
Yes.
gets up as the smoke starts to dissipate, and their eyes no longer clouding over in that inky blackness, now more so back to normal, though the stains on their cheeks remain.
He's awake.
Say hi to everyone. How you doing, folks? Good morning. Good morning.
Did you sleep like the dead?
Uh-huh.
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 Husk does their choked, their messed up laugh. Their wheeze, their
Dear,
they don't
dear,
breathe. Huh?
I do actually have a question for you. I've never actually seen you inhale. How do you speak?
That is a good question. It's all more so an exhale.
Do you know how to inhale?
Yes, I've done it a few times when I try to focus with the spirits and back when we were fighting those undead creatures. I don't know, it feels uncomfortable in a way. Trying to breathe normally. Like my chest is inflating and there's not a lot of room. It's choking, it's constrained. I try to avoid it. I apologize if I sound strange as
It's
a consequence.
okay. I was wondering mostly because I don't actually understand the logistics of you just constantly exhaling.
It's okay, I get it.
I'm glad someone does.
Vampires don't need to breathe.
Then how do you speak?
I'm not a vampire. I don't know.
I never asked you if you were a vampire.
I'm not a vampire, I wouldn't know.
Why are
So-
you accusing me of being a vampire? I'm not. Aha! That's what I thought.
God damn it.
Vampire says what?
What?
One of these days I'm gonna catch her with that.
So Hecate, I heard that vampires hate garlic. No reason, but do you want some of this garlic bread?
Hell yeah.
I just haven't had a fresh batch.
So I had a fresh batch of garlic bread. Hey, here's a wooden stake, by the way.
Here's some
Oh,
silver.
Here's some silver.
I could use that.
No,
You don't-
silver's for werewolves.
No, it's also for vampires.
Depending on
Isn't
which
it just
myth.
like a silver-backed mirror, though?
You fool. Silver is for monsters.
Yeah, that's pretty much what silver is for.
Is there anything in particular we're planning to do while we're here?
Well, we should look around, get ourselves acquainted. We're going to be here for a few days.
We have that. We have a cult. I would describe it as a fan club, if anything. The charismatic leader.
Strahd fan
Yeah.
club.
Oh god. Yeah, I am curious about Lady Fiona and
Or
that
followers.
yeah,
Strahd Kinney.
and like just picking at nails.
Oh my
Strahd
god,
stan.
she's the D&D community.
She's a Strahd stan.
We love Strahd.
Yeah,
Why does everyone want to fuck
you
Strahd?
know why?
No, I don't.
Might kink.
Or blood
Goddamn
kink.
monster
Both.
fuckers.
Twilight guineas.
Yeah.
Ugh. Vampires don't sparkle.
Oh, grow up.
Shush.
You
A
should.
group of real vampires.
Oh my. What are you guys doing?
I guess we're gonna check out Fiona, Lady Fiona, and her cult fan club.
Oh, didn't we say we were also going to visit the Burgermaster
We could.
today?
Yeah,
Sorry.
we could also visit the Burgermaster.
Yeah, I could go for some burgers.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Good.
god.
I also would like to see if there's a magic shop. I need more airwolves. Ooh.
Whoa.
Elbows.
Elbows.
Arrows aren't magic.
Yes, but they could be.
They could be. But you could also just get basic arrows.
You could also get +1 arrows.
Or poison arrows.
Are we ever gonna make money
That's
for
an
our
alchemist thing,
wizard's
you dumbass.
spell
I'm
fund?
not an alchemist!
Alright, gang, let's split up.
No.
No.
Not in
No
this town.
splitting up.
Okay.
Okay, wait, this map is just of the inn, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Nyeh.
Vera falls
Me.
downstairs.
Woo. Oh.
Lucky.
Oh.
Aw.
Oh.
So much for our dynamic lighting.
I was playing around with it a little bit ago. You're not the only one.
Good.
Yeah, so there's the Baron Burgomaster's mansion. There's Lady Fiona's Watcher House. She's like a noblewoman in this town. There is like a shopping alley, as much as you can
Ooh.
get in Barovia.
Shopping trip.
Shopping episode.
Oh god.
Not again.
You just need to find a beach.
I mean, you guys passed
There's a
by a
lake.
lake. Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
lake.
Yeah.
We can have our lake episode.
No, because there's somebody on the lake and I don't trust that.
We don't want to trust anybody here.
No. But anyways, so Burgermaster, then Shopping Alley, then Fiona.
Sure.
Okay. Plan of action.
Then we go under the guise that we're looking for some work.
Are we not?
Well, most people aren't keen on being investigated.
So, trying to understand, you all are like adventurers. But you already have a mission related to the devil.
Yes. Dude, as an adventurer, you will learn one thing. You pick up jobs along the way to do another job. This is how we earn a steady income.
This is how we survive capitalism.
Alright, you guys make your way through the town.
Just for reference, where is everything that we said we're going to in relation to each other?
Alright, hold on. So... This is the church.
Okay.
This is the inn. The orange one.
Oh.
The Burgomaster's mansion is this one. And then the Watcher House is over here.
Okay.
And then the marketplace is this spot, like around here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You make your way through the town, eventually ending up in the town square. The shops and homes that enclose the town square are decorated with limp, tattered garlands and painted wooden boxes filled with tiny dead flowers. At the north end of the square stands a row of stocks, locked in which are several men, women, and children wearing crude, plastered donkey heads. In the center of the square, peasants in patchwork clothes eye you suspiciously as they use cups and vases to draw water from a crumbling stone fountain. Standing tall at the center of the fountain is a gray statue of an impressive man facing west. All around the square are posted proclamations. Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Festival of the Blazing Sun. Attendants and children required. Rain or shine, all will be well. Signed, the Baron. And you see more of the guards putting up these same kind of posters around town.
Is the Baron the same as like the Burgermaster,
Yeah.
or different? Okay.
All right. So you guys make your way forward.
Were we bringing Irina along? Because noble.
That's up to you.
Yeah, no, we should bring Irina along.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you bring Irina along. As you pass by like the people in the stocks wearing donkey heads, she just kind of slows down and just kind of stares at them in horror, and then just picks up the pace and continues to follow you. Alright, Burgomaster's mansion. This mansion has walls of plastered stone that display many scars where the plaster has fallen away from age and neglect. Drapes cover every window, including a large arched opening above the mansion's double entrance doors. Okay, Irina will knock on the door. You see seemingly like a female human maid open the door and ask what business you all have.
Would any of the two noble people in our party like to speak?
Hold on. I'm trying to think. Alec, can you say that one more time?
A maid opens the door and asks you what business you have here.
We were wondering if there were any, if there's anything that you're... We're at the Burgermaster's house, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Anything that your master would need help with. We are recent. We are wanderers. We would like to help in whatever way we can that most people can't.
Irina adds on. We're from the village of Barovia. All noble houses. We would like to meet with the Baron and perhaps discuss a political alliance. The maid just kind of looks at you two, goes, oh, alright, well, there's, of course, a festival preparation if you would like to help with that. Specifically meeting the Burgomaster. Volunteer, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Give me 1 second to go look at my modifier. That was +5. And you said with advantage. Oh, thank God that's with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
19.
19. The maid just kind of nods and lets you inside. In the entrance hall, framed portraits adorn the walls of this grand foyer, which features a wide staircase with a sculpted railing. A long, carpeted hall attached to the foyer stretches almost the length of the mansion and has several doors leading away from it, including one at the far end. Bundles of twigs are heaped against the walls. Pretty sure there's a map.
I love maps.
Love.
Ooh, Curse of Strahd maps.
Curse of
Oh
Strahd
boy.
maps. There it is.
Map? The Curse of Strahd?
Mm-hmm.
Map in my Curse of Strahd?
More likely than you think. Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Oh yeah, did you start the recording up again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had the microsecond of panic.
Oh shit, what did I say?
Alrighty.
Eh.
Oh no, is this another
Scroll
small?
down.
There we go.
Yeah, it's another small one.
Oh. Huh. He.
What?
What's going on? The maid kind of like leads you down the hall, and into the den. Opens the door.
Oh wow. Couches.
Yeah, padded chairs and couches line the walls of this cozy, carpeted den. The room reeks of pipe smoke, and mounted on the east wall is the head of an angry-looking brown bear.
They're not here yet, right?
No. She tells you to just kind of wait for the Baron to appear. Nearby, you all hear, from this, coming from this room, a lot of people chatting,
From where?
from this room.
Okay.
I would like to try to hear what they're saying.
Okay. Make a perception check through the door.
Perception. Oh, yay.
9. It's just like a lot of frivolous, like, I don't want to say like lady topics, but it's just like, oh, like, where did you get those shoes, darling, and stuff like that, over what sounds like clinking of plates and tea being poured.
Okay, normal shit. Got it.
It sounds like a tea party. Are you all just waiting in the room then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here for political
if-
alliances.
Does the maid ever leave, or is she just in the room with us?
She leaves.
Oh, she leaves?
Yeah.
I'm going to look at the stuffed bear head. I was like, well, at least you stayed dead.
Place is cozy.
I just plop on the couch.
I
Also
can't say
laughs
it's too
at that.
different from any stuffy nobleman's place that I've been to before, but
Oh, this is rather comfortable. I like this.
Irina kind of speaks up and goes, should we perhaps discuss what we're going to talk to the Baron about?
That would
That's-
be smart.
That's a good idea.
Making political alliances and asking for war.
Well, I lied.
Oh,
We're we don't speak the full truth, just half of it.
I don't know about you, but I don't have any more social standing, aside from the fact that I am or was a noble.
Well, thank God we have 2 nobles here. Or, sort of.
We can use that, actually, Irina.
Hmm?
We can use that to our advantage. The fact that you were once a noble.
Well, I still am. I just don't really know how much that's going to carry in this town. That's, controlled by one person.
Well, we can say that you offer what remains of your house's what's the word I'm looking for here?
Prestige, fortune.
Assets.
Yes, whatever is left of your house you offer to the Baron here, who may or may not take it. And we can see how far that can get us.
But what do we need from the Baron?
What we need is to figure out what the hell is going on in this town.
But perhaps there's better ways of finding out than asking him, no?
There is.
I don't
but
think he'll be very truthful with us.
I want to gauge his personality first, see what we're dealing with.
Our end goal is information. Our current goal is make sure he doesn't hate us.
Make sure he's aware of our presence and that we are not threats of any kind.
As you say that, the door opens, and... What the fuck was that?
Recycle.
Alright, Megatron.
Hello, Satan.
That was definitely like Megatron
You
mid-transformation.
Alright, okay.
The Baron comes in on a motorcycle.
He's the cool mayor.
Flanked by 2 giant mastiffs on either side of him stands a tall, elder, on the older side, human male, with kind of graying, whitish hair, that's freshly combed, wearing very expensive looking clothing, but has a very warm smile on his face as he says, "Good morning. I was not expecting company this early in the morning, but as you have probably noticed, my wife throws tea parties at every chance she gets. So I think it's only fair, yes." I am Vargas Valakovich, and you all are?
I'm Priestess Layla Cassidy.
I am Valindra Viscari.
Rosetta Allo.
Husk.
I'm Hecate de la Rosa.
And I'm Vera Adriana Codrino.
He shakes each and every one of your hands, and tries to kind of like nod politely and respectfully and offers a kind smile at each of you. I'm very pleased to have so many new people in Vallaki. It's honestly been a while since we've gotten more visitors. What can I do for all of you?
Well, since you are a person of interest within this town, we thought it would be okay. It is usually okay for where we come from to ask if there is any work for wanderers and adventurers.
Oh, well, preparation for the festival. We could always use a helping hand. We have people constructing a large wicker sun for the Festival of the Blazing Sun, of course, which will be set aflame and paraded throughout the city. It's going to be wonderful, I think. Other than that, Well, there's always those, those people settling in those caravans outside the city. They kind of refuse to leave. They're not that big of a problem, but
I'm having major deja fucking vu.
I would prefer it if they weren't so close, you know?
Of course. We could always look into that. Is there anything we should be concerned about? We are quite new here. We've yet to talk to any of the locals, which we plan on doing most of today.
Um, so he rolled insight on you. Can you tell me specifically why you're asking these questions?
Um, it's noble gauging. It's noble gauging each other. I'm mostly seeing how receptive he is to certain questions.
Okay.
I'm basically testing him, but politely,
He
not doing it
smiles.
out of malice.
Oh, well, let me tell you, this city was not even able to stand before I became the burgomaster. My father read it with kind of an iron fist. After I took over, I tried to offer the community more freedom. Of course, we still must vet everyone who enters. I'm sure you experienced the guards questioning you to no end. I must apologize for that, but we can never be too careful with...
No, of course, we've dealt with what lies outside your walls.
Of course, which is why I throw these festivals, to keep up morale. We must smile through the pain, or else we will be consumed by it.
That is a very noble goal.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
When he says keep up morale, what the fuck does he exactly mean? Because from what I've heard...
23.
Burn the witches!
Cool.
Nope.
So,
Oh boy.
telling by his minuscule facial expressions and the fact that he has two giant dogs with him, he is a very paranoid, a very secretive man who throws festivals to try and keep people's minds off of the looming danger instead of, like, doing anything concrete to protect them. It's this very,
okay.
like... He's a Democrat.
The festivals,
Okay?
yeah, the festivals are all just for political maneuvering. Got it.
It's really just like, aw, thoughts and prayers though. Sad, but we're not gonna do anything about it. That kind of vibe. Very much just. However, when he talked about his father, he did seem genuinely revolted by how things used to be, and him trying to make things better is genuine. It's just that it's like if you get beaten every single day and then you only get beaten once every other day. Like,
yeah.
It's still bad, it's better, but it's still bad. So
it's a step in the right direction, but it's not
so,
a solution.
Yeah, he's stepped in the right direction in terms of, like, trying to be a better town for the people that live in it, but still very much motivated by fear and control of the city.
Gotcha, okay. You just see Layla raise an eyebrow when he says that.
Boy.
Oh, by the way, Rosetta and Valendra, did you guys take your hoods off?
No.
Not in the slightest.
Okay. He kind of, as he's talking to you, he goes, "Might I ask that you remove those cloaks? You are guests in my house after all, and if we are to be asking questions, I would prefer to know the faces of those that seek them." Yes?
would like to warn you that I am deformed,
Oh,
and I wish not to worry you.
do not worry. I have had my fair dealing of poor souls that were gravely disfigured at birth.
I take it off
You see-
cautiously.
Devil! Demon!
Burn the
Evil!
witch! Burn the witch!
I
Burn
wait
the witch!
to see
Burn
his
the
rea-
witch!
I wait to see his reaction
okay.
to Valindra before,
You see his like eyes widen, his brows raise, and he goes, "You're blue, and you have yellow eyes. Interesting."
I.
Didn't say anything about my blue skin.
It's the shade of blue. I
yeah,
will.
it's only the blue
would-
that he's noticing, right?
Are you, forgive me, this is very forward, but are you, something, from a devil lineage?
I am. There are unfortunate circumstances to my birth.
I understand. There have been several children that were born to cult-worshipping parents. I am so sorry that happened to you. You are not as ugly as you might think.
I would like to insight check him. No,
Is he fucking hitting on me?
no, it's not even hitting on him. I want to insight check what he did before, as in, did I fuck up our cover?
Okay, go ahead.
I just wanna see if he's just like trying to hide his disgust.
Okay.
18 plus 4, 22.
He seems perfectly comfortable with the fact that you're a fiend.
I kind of like give Valindra a look that's like, we good or?
I just nod very subtly to you.
Very slowly also remove my robe then.
Oh, my dear.
We are sisters.
Okay.
I'd just like to remind you two that you told him your full names.
About to say what the fuck are you?
And you can find family.
Fair.
but
And
not,
you can take on pseudonyms.
But
That's
not blood related, right? You look nothing
No.
alike.
no, not blood related.
We've been through quite a bit together.
I understand that. Listen, it is probably for the best that you cover up outside, but I've had dealings. I know people that were cursed by such horrible disfigurations. I understand. And I have taken them in.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, go ahead.
What the fuck does he mean by taking
He is sounding more and more like a cult leader.
I just thought he had a tiefling kink or something.
The tiefling king.
Jesus Christ, that's a 6.
6?
They are my concubines! Aha!
It's like those old white men that are like, oh my god, you're Filipino? I have a Filipino wife. That's so cool.
No way.
We're looking for a third, actually.
Hard to read.
He thinks they're exotic.
He
I-
seems genuine in him, like, just not being disgusted or put off by you being tieflings. But you're not really sure where that's coming from. It's surprising, but unsettling.
Great.
So, was there anything else I could do for you?
Unless anybody else has anything they want to bring up, I am perfectly fine.
Oh, excellent then. Be sure to, in 3 days' time, attend the festival. It is mandatory, and it will put a smile on your face, I'm sure.
I
Thank
had
you.
a question, actually.
Yes.
You mentioned you had heard of people that did rituals or ended with children that looked much like them. Is there people like that here?
Uh, yes. Yes. But not in Valaki. Anyway, all of that was a long, long time ago, and we are now safe. In fact, Strahd has not visited this city in over 100 years. That
Oh,
devil has been not welcome in our city, and I believe it is because the protection of the church and the minds of our people that he has not been able to pass over the threshold. You are safe here.
Alec,
Yes.
can I insight whether he's doing the politician thing or he's being sincere?
Yeah, insight.
Like I wanna gauge whether this is politician, cult leader, or he's just genuinely like this.
New alignment chart just dropped.
Cult, politician, normal.
I mean, that is the current state of American politics too.
Politician is in the middle.
Dirty 20.
He is telling the truth, 100%. When he says Strahd hasn't been here in over 100 years, he means it.
But from the tone of his voice, is he doing that to improve his own argument, or is he doing that because he's genuinely happy about it?
Both?
Oh, he's a politician that believes himself. Oh. Oh, okay.
that's good to hear.
Well then, I'm sure you are all hungry for some, not slop. That's what I'm told that people from the village of Barovia eat. Please, my wife's tea party must have ended already. So, would you like to come in, have some cake, coffee, tea?
Valindra just like her eyes like widen at coffee. Coffee.
I'll take a cup of coffee as well. Thank you so much, by the way.
Thank you so
Make
much for your
Valaki
hospitality.
great again.
Oh my god!
Oh, I have so much to tell you guys about my side conversation.
I've been gauging this motherfucker the entire time too.
Right, yeah, he just kind of like points you towards the kind of like tea party set looking room. And just walks inside. Do you all follow him?
Yeah.
Okay. A chandelier of wrought iron fitted with wax candles hangs above a polished wooden dining table. Around the table are seated 8 women of various ages in comfortable, high-backed chairs. They wear faded clothes, drink tea, and devour cake, while a 9th woman, well-dressed and very pleased with herself, circles the table and talks excitedly about the decorations for the impending festival. As you all enter the room, and the Baron has the maids bring in more chairs for you all to sit at, the wife just kind of like cocks an eyebrow at her husband and goes, "My dear, who are all of these guests? I don't know if we have enough food for them." And he goes, "Nonsense, nonsense, we have plenty to go around. Now, Lydia, please, entertain them. They've come so far from... Where did you say you were from again?"
Outside of Barovia.
"Oh, they're from the outside of Barovia. Isn't that wonderful?" And you hear the Baroness just laugh nervously. "Yes, of course. But please take your seats. We were just talking about the latest fashion in Valaki. I think that fur cloaks really do make a difference, because the regular ones, they just look rather drab and boring, especially if there's just so much mud on them. But if you have like a nice lined fur collar, It really just decorates your face. What do you all think?
Uh, unfortunately, I can't really find a cloak that matches my skin color.
Oh, you poor dear. And as you say that, several of the women kind of like look at you and just shift their chairs slightly away. Oh, you poor dear. I'm sure we can find you something that could match that horrendous complexion.
Oh god. No.
What
That
about the
wasn't.
rest of you? Are you enjoying your stay in Valaki? The weather has been dreadful, unfortunately, but I think it might pick up tomorrow. I, I hope it doesn't rain during the festival.
We can only hope.
Of course. Oh, look, more tea and cake. And the maids also bring in coffee for whoever wants some. It's it's black. They offer like milk and sugar with it. Pretty much it. Um, the cakes are pretty good actually. They're like really really sweet, but you guys haven't had anything sweet in like several weeks, and it's a nice change of pace from like beef jerky and bread.
It's been years.
Do the cakes smell like the windmill?
No,
Those were meat pies.
those were
These
meat
were
pies.
cakes.
This is like an
Okay.
actual like baked cake.
Sugar.
Oh
Just a lot of sugar.
but yeah,
I overindulge myself.
however, however long you guys stay here, the Baroness just makes like very frivolous small talk. And
With some pointed words occasionally.
yeah,
Yeah, how bad does the racism get?
she mostly just
How subtle
feels,
is the racism? First of all,
not
What's her
like
microaggression counter at?
it's less like pointedly like, oh, you dirty tieflings, and more of like, oh, you poor thing, having to grow up looking like that. You must have been like horribly bullied as a child. Like, I'm really
I mean-
sorry that your parents were devil worshippers. That kind of like
So the sympathetic
she
racism.
feels really sorry for you.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I do make it a point during all of the small talk that I am smarter than I look. I am an educated woman. I am someone with some type of class. It might not be your class, but it is class.
If you okay, make a charisma check.
You
Charisma.
have no idea how much I want to say. Layla's biting her tongue.
Holy fuck! Natural 20!
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You say that to this group of women who just kind of roll their eyes, and the Baroness just goes, "Oh, okay," and moves on to the topic.
Oh no, I'm not saying it all in one go. I'm just like dropping subtle hints everywhere
No.
that
Oh, you're being subtle about it. Okay.
I'm
she
doing
just,
the noble woman thing of, yeah, no, I get that, and I just go off on a little my own little thing for a bit and
she ignores
show
you
understanding.
completely. Just doesn't even acknowledge it. Like, if you mention anything that like kind of goes against her perceived view of you, she just kind of goes, "All right," and moves on completely.
Oh, I'm gonna have fun.
Oh, I have so much I want to say.
I'm gonna like talk. Like,
I'm
oh, they're
just
talking about this frivolous noble stuff. I'm gonna talk more like royalty. It's like, oh yes, back in my castle, we had leopard leopard capes and giant taxidermied statues and
All of
tons of
the
servants.
commoner women just kind of flock to you immediately and go, oh, "You grew up in a castle?" And the Baroness walks over and goes, "Oh, my dear, you're a princess? That is
So proud.
fascinating," and just talks you up the entire time.
I have no idea.
After a couple of hours of this, uh, was I saying? Oh yeah, after a couple of hours, it seems like it's winding down, and more of the commoner women are just leaving entirely, and the Baroness just kind of like nudges you all, like, well, I'm sure you all must have things to do today, yes.
Oh yes, I terribly sorry we took up so much of your time.
No worries. I have these every day, so please come back tomorrow.
And
Have a
as
lovely day.
I get up, I do a polite bow, I put my hood on and leave and just wait at the door for Layla.
We leaving. I ate nothing, said nothing, just watched.
Husk,
Didn't even breathe.
She did not even notice you were there.
Perfect.
Flies did.
Rosetta sees that and is like, God, wish that were me.
I will talk to you once we get out of here.
No, it's fine. Fine. Just a lot of things I wanted to say and I knew I shouldn't say, so I didn't say them. I'm fine.
It's fine. No, it's fine. I understand. But I will have that conversation with you once we leave here.
I don't need.
No, 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 no. There is something I want to tell you.
Let's go.
I don't think your complexion's hideous.
But if you're here to tell me all about how you grew up used to this, that doesn't make it right, and I don't fucking care.
Oh no! I was not grown up used to this at all.
That all sounded very condescending back there.
Oh.
That's worse when your parents actually were deadbeats, I say, pushing past them.
What?
As soon as we get outside, I'm just going to look at Layla. This is a weakness, Layla. You can use this to your advantage. They didn't mind me. Well, they minded me, but they thought I was a stupid little girl who was deformed. And guess what? They could say whatever they want around me. What would a stupid little girl like me have any understanding of something like this?
Yeah, they still needed a good punch in the face. I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I'm just saying they need it.
I don't think I'd want to return for another tea party tomorrow.
I would love to.
I may, just hang back then.
Anyways, we do have some things to talk about.
Walk and talk.
Yep. So when the Burgermaster was saying about how, what the festival's about, like what he's done for this place, I really got the feeling that the festival is just to keep morale up and that he hasn't actually done anything to solve any of the problems that these people have.
So we don't talk to the Burgermaster about what needs to be done. We talk to the people of what needs to be done.
And that he's Mark can't be quiet because
I know,
noise
I
recognition.
get it.
But yeah,
Just say that you're being quiet.
Yeah, I'm whispering.
Okay.
I got the sense that while yes, he's an improvement from his father, it's going from like a -20 to like a 2 on the scale. That he's still quite shit at his job. It's just an improvement, so no one complains.
Okay. I was gauging that he is, and I also speak quietly.
He's biting.
Yep.
I'm making sure.
No, literally, when Alec was
Yeah.
describing this, she's like, he's just a Democrat.
Yeah.
Like he's just a Democrat. Like thoughts and prayers, but they don't actually do anything about it.
Okay. I do lean to Layla so that way only she can really hear this. He genuinely believes what he says half the time, though.
So he's incompetent and an idiot. Okay.
When I was talking with him, I thought he was just doing the politician thing of, oh, look at how much has improved since then. Oh, look at me, I'm so great. But he wasn't doing it for a selfish reason. He was genuinely happy. He was content with his work. He's not trying to grab more power. He's just him. If that makes any
Wonderful.
sense to you.
Yep, no, I get it. Like I said, the main reason why he is probably so popular in this town, because from what, the Bard told us, it's kind of a two-faction thing. I think the main reason why he's in charge of one of the factions is just that he's an improvement from his father. Not that he did anything special, he's just not as bad.
We need to speak with this other faction.
Is that the-
We need to see what level of shit show this town is in.
He said that there wasn't an issue with worshippers of dark entities. Either he isn't aware of this group among the faction that hates him, or perhaps he didn't want to call attention to it.
He didn't. Well, if he doesn't know, he doesn't want to call attention to it. Or, if he does know, he does not want to call attention to it, but I doubt this person is a dark cult, a magic cult.
You hear Arena speak up. If we're going to be discussing a political coup,
I
we
was
should
being
probably-
quiet.
The guards are looking at us.
No, Alec, I was being quiet. I said
know.
No,
I
it's just
know.
we're the group of strangers in town, and we're all huddled together whispering about something
Yeah,
after coming out of the Burgermaster's mansion.
that doesn't look suspicious.
Ah, that's fair.
Don't be
Yeah.
suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
They don't know
And
what
also,
we're saying,
I'm
but it
using
still
an
is
NPC
suspicious.
to tell you to go somewhere else before
That's
the
fair.
guards actually come up.
Yeah.
Are we going to
Shopping
shop
spree.
after this?
Shopping
Shopping
spree.
spree.
After a
For
nice
what?
bit of tea, I would love to shop.
Are there
Alright.
things we need?
Yes, there are many things we need. Come, please. Meanwhile, I'm just like, I lean him in. We can't call attention to ourselves, dear. Just follow and say yes and nod along, okay?
Okay.
And then
Here's a better idea. Act normal.
That's why we're going shopping.
that's why we're going shopping. This is what normal people do, right?
People,
we drop
normal
thousands
people
upon thousands
don't
upon thousands
whisper
of
in
dollars on
public.
one trip.
We're just like every tourist ever. We show up to town, and we go shopping.
That's fair. That's fair.
Is there like a I love Valaki shirt?
Oh my fucking god.
Yes, there would be.
No.
Yes.
It's just an I don't think Velaki is as shit as it used to be shirt.
It's a shirt that just has "All will be well" written on it.
Oh, that's some cult shit.
One of,
Culty shit.
one of those
Are
like
there any like?
one of those like passive aggressive smiley faces.
God, those.
Be happy.
I'm just thinking it's literally just like a baseball cap that says "Obey" on it.
Oh god.
Life is good.
Oh
I went to
god.
Velaki and all I got was this shirt.
Everything is fine. Smile.
I survived Velaki.
All I got.
What do you
Are
mean
there any,
survive?
like,
It's a
symbol-
completely fine town.
There is no Strahd in Boxing Day.
There is no Strahd in Velaki.
True, not for 100 years. Not for over 100 years. Is there any particular like shops that stand out among this shopping
do you
spree?
do you want me to like read you a list?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Wouldn't that be convenient?
All right. There is like a blacksmith and leather worker. There is an apothecary at the edge of town. There is a general store. There is a bookshop. There's a Fletcher. and tailor shop, and an herbalist. No, there's no magic item shops.
Okay.
Damn.
But there could be.
No, there
could
isn't.
be. Ooh,
It's Barovia.
fine.
I think I'm going to the herbalist.
What do you mean there's not a wish spell scroll in Barovia?
Fucking god.
Where's the magic man?
Do
Where's
you,
Mr.
do you by any chance have the
Mistopheles?
Sunblade?
Where's the magic hat man? Alright, which shops are you all visiting? Okay, is there something that you guys want to buy so I can just direct you to a store?
I want arrows, and no, I'm not a poisoner in this one. Yeah, I just want arrows.
Okay, arrows. Anybody else want anything specific?
I want something that can put me to sleep.
Okay, so you can go to the apothecary.
Yeah, I wanted to go to the apothecary.
I'm
more or
good.
less-
I'm just gonna pretend like I'm interested in whatever clothes they're selling.
Okay, cool.
I am
No,
also
be
going
normal.
to. I'm also going to pretend to be interested in some clothes.
Alrighty. Okay, so Vera's going to the blacksmith, Hecate and Husk are going to the apothecary, Layla and Valentra are gonna be shopping for clothes.
Shopping for clothes.
Rosetta, where are you going?
Oh, I'll have a girls' day out with Valentra and Layla.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, you're so excited for this.
Arena will just go with Vera then.
We.
Unless you want to just send her back to the inn.
Away with you, companion!
Go to your room.
It's like Dragon Age where you swap out your companions.
Yeah, or in Skyrim where you just like.
I need
go
you to
home.
stay here for a bit.
Maybe like all
I
jokes
l-
aside, like if you just don't want her there, that's fine. Just be like, all right, well, see you.
I lost Serana like that. I told her to wait. I forgot where I told her to wait.
Serana.
Oh,
After a while, she'll just go back to the castle.
She
Like-
glitched. She didn't.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Anyway,
okay.
so the blacksmith, the name is Thimdall's Armaments.
Ooh.
Yeah. This kind of like old, grizzled veteran of a woman, blind in one eye, half blind in the other. Used to be, has this kind of like half dwarvish build, tanned skin. Seems to have been through some shit.
Mm-hmm.
If they're there for arrows, wouldn't that be at the Fletcher?
What?
Wouldn't that be at the Fletcher if you're there for arrows?
It's the same kind of building.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my bad. I probably should have mentioned that.
Good.
But yeah,
Your
it's-
one-stop shop for all things.
It's
All things deadly.
it's Barovia, man. We keep
Yeah.
it simple. But yeah, it's kind of like half Fletcher leather worker and then blacksmithing tools. And you see her have you see an elf, but with the complexion of that of a drow.
Oh.
Their hair isn't white, much more blonde, and their skin isn't this kind of like deep purple. It's much more on the redder, kind of like brownish side, seeming to be mostly doing more of like the arrow work. You walk in, the woman grunts at you.
I was just here looking for a refill on arrows.
She just wordlessly points you to the elf, kind of fashioning them.
Fair. Okay, would it just be? Should I just like upgrade the short bow to like a regular crossbow just to do 1d8 damage instead of 1d6?
Is that something you're proficient in?
I don't think you're
Um,
proficient in longbows.
Was cross?
I said crossbow.
Oh, crossbow.
Yeah,
Are you proficient with what kind?
simple
Hand?
weapons.
Just a
It says simple weapons and hand crossbows for rogue.
hand
So,
crossbow.
so
The heavy
in
crossbow
in
would be
simple
martial.
weapons, regular crossbows, light crossbow.
Light crossbow. Yeah, simple.
Okay.
It is two-handed. Yeah, 1d8.
Wait,
Yeah.
so is the short bow.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just here to get a light crossbow, and I need 12 more arrows to fill up a quiver.
12 more arrows.
Because a quiver can only hold 20.
Okay. Yeah, the elven male kind of goes, "Oh, you're looking for just a regular crossbow? Light?
Uh, uh, yeah. I mean, there's no
That'll...
like magical options, right?
Well, not for the crossbow, but we can silver your arrows if it costs extra, but if you have like silver powder, we can do it for less cost.
Silver arrows specifically for like werewolves and what else? Or doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what you use them for. The
Yeah.
wolves that roam around. Crazy.
Better.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, so the crossbow will run you 30 gold,
Okay.
and you want 12 silver arrows?
Uh,
Or a little bit of each?
yeah, a little bit of each. Like 7 regular and then 5 silver.
Alright, that'll run you 2 gold. Although it does take a bit of time.
No, I understand.
I can have it ready for you tomorrow. Does that work?
Yeah, of course.
Cool. What's your name?
Vera, Verdrina. I'm staying at the inn, if that matters.
Yeah, just come by tomorrow. Check on them.
Okay. 32 gold total, right? Or I'll work.
32 gold total. Yeah.
Okay. 53. I can do math. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow morning then.
Great.
No, we'll head out and find one of the other people from the group. Someone's going to the apothecary, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, the
I
dead
am.
people.
So wait, so you just got just 12 regular arrows, right?
7 regular, 5 silver.
Okay, did you have like silver powder with you or
No, I did not.
okay, then that is gonna alter the cost a bit.
Yeah, oh, okay. So, how many extra gold?
If you're doing 5 five silver arrows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's 50 gold.
Fucking
I
hell!
know.
Can I just grind up a silver coin?
You could. That would bring the price down.
Fuck it, I'll come back. Okay, how do you grind up a silver coin?
You grind it.
You might need to.
I have
you might
12
need to-
silver.
You might need to like do more than 1 silver coin.
I know, I have 12 of them.
Okay, that should be enough.
Because I'm not paying 50 gold.
I mean, it'll be like 30 gold for the
Yeah.
5 silver arrows.
Yeah, that's more reasonable.
Okay.
So, time to go grind up some silver.
Yeah. How? Go to your nearest silver grinder. Hey, Kate, just put
We
this
have
in
a
your mouth.
barbarian. Like, you know how like Italians just step on grapes? That with silver.
Sure.
think that's how it works.
Anyway.
Put on your
Um,
steel-toed
Just
boots
go
and
ahead
go
and
to
say
town.
Italian?
Who's got a hammer? We can just.
Anyway.
I think I can make a hammer with prestidigitation.
Oh, there we go.
Rosetta, Valindra, and Layla, you all are just kind of window shopping for clothes. You find some nicer cloaks than the ones you have on, but other than that, it's very like nice looking clothes that are just not going to suit you in battle that well.
Good thing I do not wear armor.
Close?
Armor. My brain was literally about to go to clothes, but I wanted to say armor.
But it's not even like clothes that like you can travel in. It's very much like you wear this to go to a tea party and then never again.
I'll just go to the men's section and see if I can pick out a like a heavy duty like travel cloak.
Yeah, yeah, and they're cheaper too.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, I am also going to go there because we're going to be traveling so much.
It's a lot uglier than you're used to, Valindra.
I don't give a shit.
I know, Layla, I know. Valindra, though, is used to, like, fine silk and, like, embroidered cloaks and stuff like that, and this is just, like, it's heavy, it's this ugly green color, and it's only a silver piece.
Oh, perfect. I pick it up, I'm like, wonderful.
One, it's cheap, and two, I don't have the luxury of being by my rich parents.
Valid, but...
Three of us just grab one.
You said it's a silver piece?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm paying for that.
Alright, time to put in heavy travel cloak.
Okay, to be fair,
as you try it on, you see another child just run by holding a doll with blue skin, horns that curl, white hair and yellow eyes. You just run down the street.
I need to ask about that.
About what?
The child has a doll bearing my likeness.
That's slightly terrifying.
Especially for how this town treats us. Do I follow the child and get my ass beat?
Do I stalk a small child?
That's the question.
Okay, well, if someone were to follow them, I don't think it should be us, because that's kind of terrifying. And then I immediately turn to Layla.
Oh, that's not a good idea.
Or the vaguely human-looking people.
apothecary.
Of course.
I shout through the wind, apothecary.
I don't know why, but I feel like I was just reminded that they're at the apothecary.
It's almost like I could hear their voice. Stop telling everyone I'm dead.
It's like, hey guys, going to the apothecary.
I think they're at the apothecary.
We could go and check.
Imagine they're just like hanging out of the window shouting.
We're at the apothecary.
It's almost like I could still hear their voice.
Alright. So what do you do?
Actually, I'm gonna ask around town, making sure that I'm cloaked up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask around town of, what the significance of that is. Why is there a doll bearing this likeness in this town?
Okay. Um, make a general persuasion check.
General persuasion. Doot doot. Doot 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 doot. That's 15.
15. The townspeople are wary, but you ask them, "Oh, where can I get one of those lovely little blue dolls?" And they just kind of point you in the general direction of a small kind of like rundown store called Blinsky Toys.
I'm going to grab Layla and Rosetta. I'm gonna look at both of them and go, I know the next place we're shopping at.
Oh boy, a toy shop.
This toy is selling dolls that look like tieflings, that look like us.
Look like me, specifically. And I wouldn't say bears my likeness, no. There are a few too many details that are quite accurate.
Anyways, let's go. Let's go explore.
Yeah, I'm going to that fucking store.
Okay. This cramped shop has a dark entrance portico, above which hangs a wooden sign shaped like a rocking horse, with a bee engraved on both sides. Flanking the entrance are two arched, lead-framed windows. Through the dirty glass, you see jumbled displays of toys and hanging placards bearing the slogan, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky."
I actually really like that, goddammit.
You step through the old wooden door, and this unsettling toy monkey begins to slap its cymbals as you enter.
That is the only creepy toy Valindra hates.
A heavy-set man who wears a moth-eaten jester's cap greets you. He has kind of like full beard and a brown monkey wearing a pink tutu crawls across his back and just kind of blinks at you all. Its black eyes, disturbing. Welcome, friends, to the House of Blinsky, where happiness and smiles can be bought at the bargain prices. Perhaps you know a little child in need of joy, a little toy for a girl or boy. As you survey the store, you notice 10, 20, maybe 30 dolls littered across it, all that look exactly like you, Valindra. And that's where we'll leave off the session.
Yay!
Oh boy.
No.
I was looking at the time and the way that you were saying that. I'm like, it's over, isn't it?
It's over, isn't it?
But wait, there's more.
I don't get my birthday gift today.
It's all ogre now.
Next time on Curse of Strahd, Hector buys weed.
Hell yeah.
Hey, yo!